Hi, welcome to Blackwater. I just wanted to say, whether you're new with us here today, you've been watching since the beginning, thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. I know you don't know who I am. My name is Cody. I've been a producer on the show for a long time, since day one. I've been waiting for this moment for 3 years.
Yay! Cody!
Cody's here.
I have one quick question. How are you going to roll the clip if you're here?
No, Cody doesn't have to roll clips anymore.
What?
Wait, who's going to roll the clips?
Oh no! But the clips are everywhere!
So we said that we had something very, very special planned, and this was it! Cody's here!
Yay!
Just in
Cody,
time.
you're very, very special.
Thank you.
And we're very happy to have you here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to jump into announcements so that we can start playing the thing that we're all here for, which is the D&D. I'm going to acknowledge tonight that we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Semianamu, Kwantlen, Sawasan, and Musqueam First Nations. While our characters play in a world that Tim has created, we are honored to be able to play on these lands tonight. A big thank you to our sponsors and partners. We are proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape because epic games require epic sound. You can tell I'm excited because I'm really trying to get through this quickly. We're also stoked to be sponsored by Epidemic Sound for this campaign as well, so thanks for that. We are partnered with Legend Keeper. It is the ultimate world-building tool created by DMs for DMs. You can use it to create comprehensive wikis and atlases, share specific pieces with your players, and there's no limits on storage or creation, and it actually has a beautiful to-use interface. There's a couple people at this table who are using Legend Keeper right now. I asked Yanis last week, so I'm going to ask you again. What do you like about Legend Keeper, Yanis?
One thing I really like about it is you can upload a map, and then you can actually like put the information into the map like pins. And when it helps you, like when you're trying to visualize what it looks like, it really helps. What are you laughing at?
Tim has said this not once but twice.
It's
really good.
It's a really good feature.
It's a great feature.
Really
I just love it. I cracked up the second time Tim did it, and then Yanis was like, the pins in the maps, and I was like, yeah.
To conceptualize
phenomenal.
the town, like I've been able to like wrap my head around like how the town is going to inform the narrative so much better with the ability to actually like see it.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite feature.
You know what? No one would have known I was repeating it if you didn't say it.
Sorry, I just woke up from a fugue's sake. But if there's one thing I love about this service,
I'm actually kind of mad. You stole what I was going to say next week.
They've got these maps, and you can just drop pins on them.
So, needless to say that we love Legend Keeper very much, and if you would like to get into Legend Keeper, type ! Legend Keeper in the chat to follow the link, our Blackwater partner link. So go do that.
And you can drop the pins anywhere.
You
Legally,
sure can.
they can't stop you.
They're
allowed to drop as many pins as you want.
Our Campaign 2 mini sponsor is MTM Printworks. MTM is your one-stop shop for all your tabletop mini needs, from fantasy to western, sci-fi, and modern. MTM has you covered. Type ! MTM in the chat for more info. Our campaign artist is the incomparable Tiana Kovacevic. Her art is everywhere all over the channel, and you know it, you love it. You can type ! Artist to find out information about her, and we love you, Tiana. You are the best. We're also proud to be sponsored by Familiar Dice, a local artisanal click-clacks math rocks maker who we love very much. And I'm all nervous because Robin's actually here in studio with us right now, which is really exciting. It's always nice when Robin's here. I wonder why. Robin is truly the best. I'm looking at him right now, and he's wonderful. So thank you. Please go get yourself a set and go follow Familiar Dice across all the socials. And speaking of being live in studio, you may have noticed we are playing live. So subtle. We are being hosted in this amazing studio by the wonderful folks from BlackwaterDnD. You can type ! Questline in the chat to find out all of their info. We have some big thank yous for the dream team of Dylan and Tony. Thank you so much. We love you. And if there are other Questline folks in the chat, please give them the most love in the world and welcome them here to Blackwater. Additionally, Campaign 2 will have its YouTube home on the Questline YouTube page. So the episodes will be there with sweet edits and some previews of clips and stuff. So please go follow Questline and go follow us on BlackwaterDnD for all of our other content, because it's there and there's just so much of it. Which brings me, very excitingly, to our sponsor for tonight's episode. We are proud to be sponsored by the new Kickstarter project from our friend Beth the Bard, which is a horror and mystery module called Daughter of Frankenstein. So Daughter of Frankenstein is a 5e compatible TTRPG campaign and setting guide using a more narrative approach to 5e, which we love, for cinematic and more collaborative storytelling experiences. This collection of interconnected, playable stories is inspired by supernatural science fiction of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Jack the Ripper, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Annihilation, Resident Evil, and Penny Dreadful. It is set in 3 acts, unveiling a larger mystery. It's centered in the dark academia city of Berkland. You'll engage with compelling adventures with supernatural science fiction, gothic storytelling, gaslight fantasy, and low-tech steampunk, which is kind of my favorite setting. So that's really reminiscent of like Vaesen and D&D's Ravenloft. So if you want to go get involved in this Kickstarter, please go do. Beth creates some amazing stuff, and the book is designed to be ADHD friendly. There's a lot of beautiful imagery. It's over 300 pages.
I want to say, if you want to see just a stunning Kickstarter,
Yeah.
it's so beautifully laid out.
Yeah.
It's like phenomenal. Go check it out. It's beautifully done.
Also, Beth has assembled a really amazing team. Over half of the writers on this new adventure are brand new to the TTRPG scene, bringing some really beautiful new ideas. There are, as I said, 300 pages of content, NPCs to flesh out the world, 3 new subclasses, 5 new backgrounds, a Promethean bestiary, 10 new spells, and a veritable treasure trove of spooky, ooky items for you to thrill and delight your table with. So there are also options for digital, hardcover, and VTT options in there, as well as add-ons for dice and beautiful maps. Beth is a fantastically talented creator who I've admired for a really long time. She did, most notably, She is the Ancient, which is a gender-bent Curse of Strahd campaign, which is just, it's so good. It's very, very good. And Beth has actually come on DM Roulette before, so we've had the fortune to play with her. So please type !sponsor in the chat to follow the link, and please go back this Kickstarter, because I have and I want the book so
This
bad.
is another one that Giannis will leave if it doesn't get back.
Can I tell you one thing that
There's a lot of Kickstarters that you guys don't know about. They don't get back.
It's just threads.
I just can't tell you about all of them.
Threads.
One thing that really tickles me is if there's one semantic point that I care deeply about, but I'm never fucking flippin' pedantic enough to get into, is like, what's a Frankenstein? It's Frankenstein's monster. They're called Prometheans, and the fact that you've got like 10 different types of Prometheans, like, that's what it is. It's not the alien from Alien, it's a xenomorph. It's not Frankenstein's monster, it's a Promethean. We have a name for it, and I never talk about that, but it's cool that that's
Frankenstein's
built
the
right into. I know! It's a Frankenstein, and we all know what you mean, but it's
far
not
back,
right.
so far back in our Blackwater anthology stuff, and I don't know if this has made it onto the internet, but I think it has. Sean goes on a rant similar to that about dwarves in Lord of the Rings, and it's about 7 minutes long.
Which aspect?
Which time? Definitely
I
has
will
ranted
say,
a few
the
times.
person to blame for this confusion is Mary Shelley herself, because of Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes.
Which is a very confusing title when the story is about finding the bride for the Promethean.
But boy, did it sound works, baby. Anyway,
In any case,
dwarves.
please type !sponsor in the chat to follow the link and back the Kickstarter. Also, there's a sweet little teaser video at the break scroll, so stick around for that. We are also approaching our 3-year stream anniversary next week. So we've been doing this for 3 years, and Cody will be here as well. We have some very fun stuff planned for this episode of our main campaign, and we're so grateful to have had all of you supporting us since the early days of the pandemic, when we were just Zoom boxes to now. And Adam and I had a meeting on Wednesday where we realized just how many exciting things are in the works.
My goodness, our Asana is packed.
It's bonkers right now. So whether you are new with us tonight or you have been, Sean's not in the Asana.
Sean doesn't know what Asana is.
Sean doesn't understand workflow.
Well, no, there's a dry one, and then there's one with humidity.
Okay. We're gonna play some D&D.
Finish Asana.
Now.
I don't get it.
Asana.
Language.
Whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely, and thank you so much for hanging out at our table. We hope you feel super welcome here. Tony, roll the clip! Roll the clip!
Oh, there we go. So, for those of you just joining us tonight. Last week, our crew of you guys gotta find a name. Our crew of adventurers took on the gnolls, occupying the mysterious altar in the rainforest.
Marking the Dwyler 5.
After a vicious fight, which saw Esper go unconscious twice, they killed the gnolls and retrieved Eki's package, and Rosie was reunited with her papa, who had been looking for her and had gotten lost in the Feywild himself. With a tearful goodbye, Rosie decided to return home for now. They continued to investigate the old stone altar, but were only left with more questions. After some time, they returned to the village of Cycla, where they dropped off the package with Dwyler the hag, and were given their reward. Mark decided to stay in the village for the night, enjoying some creature comforts and taking in the evening festivities. When the morning came, he went to meet up with his fellow adventurers, only to have an overwhelming feeling come over him. Why would he ever want to leave?
It's a great question.
And to start off, I would like all of you to leave the room.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What?
You got
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Why you gotta be so mean?
I drew boxes.
Wait, so it's just gonna be Tim? I can leave too?
Just
Take her with
you
you.
and me, Cody.
Don't screw it up.
Okay!
So, Valentine, you stumble through the rainforest. Finally, you see a bit of light just in the distance as it is late in the night. You think close to daybreak. You can see the light starting to trickle through the trees and the canopy. And you arrive at this small village and you see the dying light of a large bonfire. And you see a number of folks putting their clothes on and heading on into a few thatched houses as you wander and stumble into the village. You're greeted by a few villagers who offer to help you. You look ragged. You've been traveling through this rainforest for the last 9 days. The last thing you remembered before that was being in a cave and a flash of red. Are you okay?
Yes, I think so. May I sit?
Yes, here, sit. And you watch as this woman grabs a blanket and kind of throws it around your shoulder, and she brings you over close to the last bit of warmth from the bonfire. Do you need some food, or have some water?
I would love, please. Thank you so much.
A bowl gets brought out with this delicious-smelling stew. Here, let me warm it up. And you watch as she kind of holds her hands underneath, and it warms up slightly. You see a bit of steam rise up. Here, take this.
Thank you. So rude of me, Valentine.
Oh, Delilah.
Delilah. God, it's good to see you. It's good to see anyone.
Well, I can arrange a cot for you, and you're welcome to stay the night.
I don't know if I'd be able to use it. Where am I?
Oh, you're in the village of Cycla.
Wonderful. You're home?
Yes. Yes, this is where I live now.
Good.
In the morning, I'll introduce you to our guardian, Dwyler.
Dwyler. Lovely. Thank you. What? Where are we? What?
You're in the Yasil rainforest.
Wood.
In Kotona.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Good.
Taywin isn't far from here.
Good. Okay. Good. I would like. There. Can you take me there?
I'll ask around in the morning and see what I can do.
Thank you.
I'll talk to Dwyler.
Please.
Here. And she kind of sits with you for a while, and then she does have a bed arranged for you, kind of underneath one of the covered areas, blankets.
Wonderful. Valentine would finishing their soup, finally getting some warmth in their cores. I imagine it's been quite cold and probably awful trekking through this rainforest for
It's
9
been,
days.
the nights are incredibly cold, the days are very warm. It has been a trek of extremes.
Just absolutely awful, just filled with exhaustion as the warmth that fills their core. They would take out their book and would begin writing the names of the woman he then just met. Dwyler, who they're supposed to talk to tomorrow. Is there anything else in my book?
There are drawings, descriptions, quick sketches, and descriptions of the forest path. As you walked here, you felt as though there were times when the forest made accommodations for you. As you moved slower, you felt the path widen. As you moved more quickly, you felt branches, even though it felt unexplainable, but branches would move out of your way to accommodate you.
Now, in those 9 days, in that trek, I think Valentine's first thought would be to check or try to have their senses open, to detect magic and that sort of thing, to try and because that stone just rooted in their mind. They want to find more of it, a piece of it, something that they can maybe take with them for further. Did they come across any of that in that time?
I will have you make an investigation check.
Okay. Investigate.
Yeah. And for that first roll, do you guys want to all come back in?
We can leave after the roll.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Don't you roll those peasant dice, Cody? Get those peasant dice
Thank you
out.
so much. Weird to ask on camera. Can I give you a hug?
Absolutely.
I'll hug her.
Absolutely.
Ah!
Well, I know you will.
I appreciate you. Oh wow. Okay.
I get.
Yes! Yes, sir!
I'm sorry. I'll pick those up later. Oh my god, I need a sticker. A pin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll figure that out later. That's gonna go in right
I
now.
want to see this.
I should put mine right.
That's, oh my gosh.
Oh, we love that.
Please be in that one.
Cody!
What?
Oh, is this the first roll?
This is the first roll of these.
This is the first roll with the dice.
Oh, it's in a beautiful pack. The pack, Mike.
I know the packaging is unreal.
I know, right?
Do we have a close-up?
Oh, which one is it?
Hold them to the light.
It's a D2. I got it.
It's not the D. It's not the D.
Oh, he's got the...
Oh, yeah.
comes.
Can I Gollum this real quick?
Cody, put your hand just in front of you. Put them just right here. Let's see.
We'll see if we can.
Oh, is there a top down?
Here, but you look at your dice.
Yeah.
These are
They're
absolutely. There's.
lovely.
We love it,
so,
detail.
so good.
They're
You-
so pretty.
There they are.
We'll post pictures on our socials. We
You
promise.
put the universe in them, and I love it. Thank you so much.
They're also on the Familiar Dice Instagram. Go check it out.
Ooh, they're so nice.
Please go check.
They're
Please
so
go
nice.
check out the.
Stunning.
Oh, sorry, they will be on tomorrow.
So
correct?
good.
Yes, I'll
Yeah.
post them tomorrow.
Yeah, go
Roll them
check it out.
bones.
Roll.
See ya.
First roll of the night. What do you got? What do you got?
An 11
Good.
Huh?
It's higher than
for 14, and that's amazing.
Okay.
Right in the middle, right where I want it to be.
That's higher
Right in the
than
middle. Right in the middle. That's all we want.
Thank you, Robin.
Oh,
We love
thank you so much.
Once again, I must say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for letting me be a part of this in some way. It's
Absolutely.
it really is fantastic to see you rolling my dice. Which are your dice?
They're the best.
Feels fantastic.
Feels incredible.
Mwah.
Great dice.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna
Thanks,
get
Robin.
They have a weight, and I love that. That's my one
Well, you
problem
can't
with
put
so
them in
many
your
dice
mouth.
are so
You
light.
can't put
You
them in
can't
your
put
mouth.
them in your mouth, though.
Oh no! That was the number one rule.
know how hard that's been?
Oh, I thought you sleight-of-handed us.
They just did it.
I'm so sorry.
You don't
They're
get to put
delicious.
them in your mouth.
That's not permission for you.
That's not permission.
I'm a lemming.
Don't do it.
Don't.
No, boys.
Whoa.
Please.
No.
Okay,
Maybe
Tim.
like a...
Tim.
I don't know if I'll ever recover from that.
Tim.
You can't tell me not to.
So he's American. Or they're American. It's. So, with a 14,
Making the most of the
You-
healthcare while he's here.
did not find any visible veins of it. But you did detect a latent magic throughout the forest. And there were areas where it felt more, only slightly more stronger, more potent.
They would have taken note of that then. In the stronger areas, as a Firbolg, sort of innately they have a bit of a connection with nature, and over that time, granted comforts of food and water and temperature probably being at the top, would have also tried to ask questions, not receiving answers like speak with animals or speak with plants, but just trying to follow that feeling of just where it was stronger.
It led you here.
Wonderful. I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of it. What was your name again? I'm so sorry.
Delilah.
Dwyler. Thank you.
Get some rest.
Yes. All right.
She gives you a few blankets as you lay out, and sleep comes quickly, and you feel rested. Like you haven't for the first time in at least 9 days. Morning comes, and you see there is activity as you come to, and you see a beautiful woman stride out of the largest house. You can see she has beautiful green skin and white hair. She looks relatively young. She comes over to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dwyler.
Dwyler, yes. I was told about you last night. I was supposed to speak to you.
What is it that brought you here?
I suppose the forest.
May I?
What?
And she takes her hands and places them on either side of your face. May I?
What are you over here? Yes.
And she licks your eye.
Yeah. Everyone
out
but
here
Thistle.
licking everyone's eye but mine.
Everyone but Thistle.
You have traveled some distance to get here.
I could have told you that.
I got everything I needed to know. Where are you heading to?
Taywin. I would go back to Taywin.
Right.
Yes. Have you been?
No.
Wonderful bakery. Best blueberry muffins. Go there.
Well, you can keep your visit short then. I can show you to the road.
Yes, I was. How far is it? I was told there maybe be a wagon or carriage, something.
I'm sure there will be wagons on the road that will take you there. It's only a few days.
Okay, and you lick the road to know that, or you? Sorry.
Make a charisma check.
Obsessed.
Just flat?
Yep.
Great. Well, it's a 3, but 7 for 10.
She goes, I don't understand.
Absolutely. It's been a few days since I've seen anyone.
Right. This way. And she leads you across the village. And you see folks are going about their day. You can see folks preparing food and things like that. And you see a little ways ahead of you, you see another person heading out of the village. They're probably a little ways ahead of you. As Mark, you come to the edge of the village, off to meet the rest of the party, and you are overwhelmed with the sense of why would you ever want to leave this place?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Are we standing like outside? Can we see?
I would imagine you're probably relatively close.
Oh, so I can see them?
They come around, yes.
Oh, perfect.
How you coming?
No. No, I think this is where we're I think this is the spot, I think it's actually really good. The stew's unbelievable. So, quest achieved, and I think this is where Mark and the Dwyler 5 say goodbye.
You, what did you?
As you're talking, you see Dwyler stride up with a familiar face.
Fucking hell, Valentine.
Are you going to Taywin?
No.
No, but we know them.
Would you take them to the road?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we can see that. Well, Mark, if this is goodbye, I'd like to shake your hand at the very least.
Absolutely, mate.
I can't go through the barrier.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I put my hand up.
Dwyler, you're staying.
If I could, I just think that it's
May I?
Good.
May I?
Um.
She reaches her hand out.
Well, I feel like we've got. What's the deal, mate? Like, because I don't want to step on your toes.
You didn't see any of it. You haven't seen.
I remember.
In fairness, Rosie did talk about getting.
Oh, Rosie talked about it.
I did try to wingman him that one time.
And
if you don't, I will.
Yeah.
Don't try to pretend that fucking flirting didn't happen when it did. Mate, I think there's vibes. But like, friendship comes first.
I'm also going to stay.
Do I get to punch them now?
Yeah, but.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Two things.
Yeah. Well,
You're gonna get your eye licked. And are you real?
Yeah.
I think so.
Hi. You
think-
okay?
Ideally,
We got a lot
we'd
of
all
catching up
get
to
our eye licked.
I don't want my eye licked. Thank
I'm
you.
okay. Yeah.
Anyone who wants their eye licked should get their eye licked. I think if you're gonna lick someone's eye, you should lick enough for everyone.
look at
That's the
Dwyler.
way I was raised.
Val, we got a lot to catch up on, but it's good to see you, mate.
I look at Dwyler.
You good? You get stabbed at all?
I don't think so.
Great.
But it's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
And
it's
like
great
a
to see you
year
guys.
long time because we've been running into that a little bit.
It's been
How long is a long time?
It's been
9 days.
Oh no, that
like
lines
a
up.
normal
Yeah,
amount.
that lines up.
Yeah.
That lines up.
Mate,
Oh,
That
great.
lines
Yeah,
up,
totally normal
that's
amount of
about
time.
correct. Yeah.
Right, the average amount of time that you just don't see
Well,
anyone.
Yeah, that sounds like a normal amount of time to me. 9 days.
We haven't seen you in about 9 days. We've been kind of running into some like time stuff where like people go missing for years, but it's no time on their end. And so I was just worried you've been like alone for like a year.
Have we all been missing for years?
I don't think so.
You know what? We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
on
we-
the road.
Yes.
Once we get excuse me. Hi. Last night, Mark stayed in the village and availed himself of the amenities that you provided.
Yeah.
We had plans as a group to leave
Maybe
collectively.
it was just a really good time.
Mate,
Did you have a really good time last night?
I just I thought about it a lot. I had a kind of a crazy night, and not in a conventional way. Like it was a lot of like really searching what I believe to be inside of me.
Great.
And I think I found something, and I think there's a lot of places that you can be a hero. And I think, what is the name of this town again?
Cycla.
I think Cycla is where I should be a hero
Mark,
for a good while.
do you want us to, if we ever run into him, do you want us to tell your dad that you kind of settled down in a little forest town?
Absolutely.
And that you won't be taking over his business?
I think I could do it. via distance. I think it could be like a work from home thing.
Okay. Well, I'll let him know that's your
Absolutely.
plans.
Thank you very much. That's very generous.
Is this
Oh, sorry, mate. Mark Dwyler.
Valentine?
What?
Valentine.
Valentine.
Yes.
Nice.
This is normal that you have someone wanting to leave.
No. We met Valentine
Wait.
before we met you.
I mean, we just had someone leave. Like,
Well, I know, but
Really seem to be
but like
sometimes you
Rosie's,
find something better.
I understand that like Rosie's dad came back. If
Yeah, maybe this. I haven't been to this town. Maybe it's fucking awesome.
Mark, is anyone else that you know here?
I know Dwyler, and I think things are going pretty well.
As Mark and
I had some
shake
really
hands,
good chats last night.
do a check of some kind.
What kind of check would you like to do?
I would love to do
Are you casting a spell?
I would love to cast Detect Magic. Can I do that?
Sure.
I don't.
That's a Firbolg innate thing, isn't it?
I'm establishing my passive insight is incredibly
so.
high,
It might
but your
be-
passive deception is also incredibly high.
Maybe just a little
Yeah.
higher.
What's your deception?
Yeah,
let's
it's a
take a look.
Firbolg thing. I would like to
Maybe,
do.
maybe
I would like to
higher.
use my innate Firbolg ability to do.
Okay.
Like 6.
My passive insight.
As you cast it, you see there is very faintly evocation magic.
So Valentine does have like charm person, hold person, these sort of things. Is it reminiscent of like would I recognize it as something akin to that?
No,
No.
I don't believe so. Let me just double check. No. Generally, that's enchantment.
Yeah, I was
Falls
gonna
into
say.
an
Right.
enchantment.
I'm terrible. I know there's a bunch of like schools of magic, and then
Sorry.
What? Do you have any healing spells?
I do.
What healing spells do you have?
I have healing word.
There's something about that. Healing word, I believe, is evocation as well.
Oh, interesting.
I think.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it
It's
is.
either that or necromancy.
It
No,
is.
it's. I think it's.
Because I know cure wounds is necromancy and
No,
a really weird.
Cure Wounds is also.
Oh, did it got
Yeah, I
changed?
got you.
So exciting.
Well, it's very nice meeting you. Talk to you for a second.
Yeah, of course. Excuse us a moment.
May I?
There's something. He's charmed.
He's charmed.
I can't say for certain, but
Okay.
he's a little different.
Do you think if I punch him in the face, it'll knock him out of it?
I don't know, but I'd like it.
I understand. Okay. Well, I'll use that as a backup then.
Ma, if you're leaving, I would love to shake your hand there. Just as like friends parting ways. I've really come to respect you in these last few days.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll sort of like 1 second. Again, it's I really want to honor what's happening here, but it's important to honor friendship. So you know my terms. I'll step over just a little bit.
As you go to do it, your hand hits almost like an invisible barrier as yours hits the other side of it.
Oh, mate, I'm too good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm too good because I've committed to the life of heroism.
I think you would all see. I think especially like with the night that he had before, like the night before, you would see this kind of sense of disappointment of like maybe I found the solution last night, and you just see this like little look of disappointment. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Two goods, two evil.
Two peas in not the same pod.
Totally different pods. In
Just
fact,
like a dumame, and with the
Yeah.
last two left over
Yeah.
that can't touch.
yeah, and I feel like you're a pea, and I'm like a Brussels sprout, like good, evil, you know, like.
Okay, I think I've had about enough of this. Mark,
Yes.
I'm going based on the assumption that you wouldn't leave your dad.
I literally had left my dad when we met
I mean-
the first day.
I mean that if given the choice, from things that I've learned about you, is that your relationship with him is important. And for you to just stay here doesn't make sense.
I got a question, Dwyler.
Yes.
Your little barrier that keeps out evil, does it also keep in like very good?
It's not as simple as that.
Oh, okay.
Make a persuasion check.
I can do that.
Can
Do you want to help?
yeah.
Yeah. If you have proficiency, absolutely.
Yep.
Guidance.
I must. Well, I would like to very sneakily, reach into my pocket, pull out just like a little bit of sand, and just like rub it between my fingers. A little lavender mist kind of goes over, and I'd like to give you a bardic inspiration.
And advantage, like the help action and a bonus action.
I will say one or the other.
The bardic.
Yeah.
3 dice, 3 dice, 3 dice.
That ruins
3
one of my
dice.
future plans.
Sorry.
No. It's like different.
3 dice, 3 dice, 3 dice.
3 dice. All of which are going to be.
God, that's 3 different dice. I know it'd be 3 dice if it was advantage, but like 3 different breeds.
Yikes. I needed that advantage. Sorry. No, you're fine. 6, 11. We're okay. 11 total. 18.
18.
Oh,
That's a rogue.
I'm very persuasive.
This is a place of healing.
Oh.
If Marcus decided to stay, his body is telling him he needs to heal. I can release him from the barrier, but he will never be allowed to return.
I'm curious. I'm sorry if we haven't met. I'm Esper, by the way. I'm sure you know. It's a pleasure to meet you. What does that say about me? Am I not able to be healed?
She pauses. She sighs. I am sorry. You may be beyond healing.
Okay.
sorry, what?
And she puts her hand up where the barrier would be.
I'll put my hand up. It's fine. You didn't do this.
I have limitations, and this place has limitations.
Understand.
What do you mean he's beyond healing?
I'm just a lot.
You're what?
I'm like maybe a little bit dead. I don't know.
But he's not evil.
He's deserving of love.
I can't judge that. That is up to the magic,
Sure it is.
and I trust the wards.
I bet you do.
Also, and I
Fuck
know,
your words, my friend.
wait,
Stop
mate.
broken.
Listen, let me tell you something. I know no one asked me, but people do dance naked at night.
That sounds pretty good.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty sick down.
I'm sorry,
honestly.
you said you could release him?
Dance.
If he wishes to leave,
Doesn't say.
but he will not be allowed to return.
I absolutely do not wish to leave. I do wish to live here in Cycla. Pro bono.
Is it you?
I think
Is it me what?
Val.
Is it you?
Val.
I think what Dwyler is saying is that because it makes sense, Mark went down in the woods and he is in need of healing and availed himself of the comforts of the village. And my mama used to talk about how magic sometimes can change people's minds and reveal things that they truly want. And if Mark truly wants to stay, then he truly wants to stay. But I don't think that's what he wants. His body may want it, but I don't think he does.
Mark,
Yes.
may I?
Please go ahead.
You're alright then. Go on then.
She goes and she licks your eye.
Oh, fuck.
And you watch as she steps back. And you watch as her hand comes across and a sigil appears in front of you and pushes you out of the village.
Do I still want to be here?
You do. As soon as you get out, there is a sense of desire to be back, but also a clarity of your senses come back to you a little bit.
Ooh.
You feel more in control of your body.
Ooh.
I'm afraid you are not allowed here.
What's
What you put in the soup? You put something in the soup.
No.
Yes, you did. Mate,
You
I
had
step-
some of the soup, did you not?
I didn't even do the naked I had other things to do than be naked. I didn't even have the suit.
Before things get too heated, your hospitality has been greatly appreciated.
Chaos.
Thank you for this transaction that we have entered into, and give my regards to Eki if you can.
Yes, thank you.
We should leave.
We will be leaving.
We can talk about this later. I think we should leave.
I think we should go.
Yes.
Val, you
Things
need
are getting
come on.
a little hot.
Let's go.
Business and emotion
I
shouldn't
immediately
mix.
step across
As
the room.
everyone starts moving away, Thistle will take that opportunity to try and have one last quick private word.
I know we have an agreement. I must impress you first. And that is, of course, you set the price, whatever that may be. You have a unique ability to glean answers. And I have many questions. I will be back.
I hope you do return.
Please take care of the woods for me.
I will do my part.
And then I will.
As you head out of the village.
Actually, how that fucking village works. They give you the suit, they dance naked, like, get your fucking head made.
Okay.
So I don't think we should go back there.
As soon as we get kind of like
It was fucking sick, but absolutely not. It's
15
drug soup.
15 minutes kind of outside of Cycla, heading.
Mark is ranting the whole time.
I pull out the map that we have and kind of get us oriented
And he lost
towards
his jokes and they weren't even funny.
the road, because I know, like, I at least want us to get us on the road, because then we can decide where we're going. And as we get to the edge of the road, Shai just sits down for a moment and just kind of like puts her face in her hands and just kind of sits.
I would stand behind and put my hand on her shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Valentine,
Yes.
are you... What happened? Because the last thing I knew is that we were down there in... This is before we landed in the water.
I figured.
Yeah, and so you were just gone. You and Whisper were just gone. Where did you go? What happened?
I'm assuming Valentine does remember, doesn't remember.
Yeah, you remember everything that happened and getting teleported away
And then
and then arriving deep in the rainforest.
I was in a cave. And there was a
Flash of red light.
flash of red. And then I was in a forest. This one. And so, sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize.
I thought maybe it was,
Are you all right?
maybe.
Okay, better. Okay. Was Whisper with you?
No, I don't think so. I was in the cave alone. And then rainforest. 9 days. You.
Val, what you got to Taywin that you got to do?
Nothing, but I know where it is.
Right.
Hi.
We're,
Do we head back to Taywin with Val? Or do we continue on with the Clanjara like we've... Or do we have business in Clanjara anymore?
well, we were gonna go drop Rosie off or go see about her temple, but if she's returned with her dad, then,
Off to Yorin.
What's our best route to Yorin?
it's gonna be, well, getting there's not the hard part. It's getting in. That's the hard part, right? Like, we could either, go and try and, like, get through the woods or the forest from the outside, or we could get a boat and we could try and get through the docks. There might be a way to, like, regardless, it's going to be very difficult to get in unnoticed.
Mark,
Yeah.
is your dad shipped to Yorin?
Yeah, mate. Gotta understand, he's not in shipping. Like, he's in the ships. Like, we make the ships.
Oh, you
we don't
make
ship.
the
But
ships,
yeah,
right.
absolutely. Like,
But it probably... We wouldn't be able to, like, approach someone in Taywin, be like, can we get on a Dwyler ship and get into Yorin?
no, not really.
Why? Sorry, where are you trying to go?
Yorin?
Yorin,
before I met up with these folks, we were in Ellery in the Marinor Archipelago, and that's where I met these folks. But I'm from Keshuera originally, and then very far, and then I moved to Yorin with my family when I was about 18.
How was your family?
Well, my brother's there, and I need to get him out.
Yeah, that's the thing. We talked to the people over at
The Vaitoma.
The Vaitoma Academy.
Right.
It's a very good school. He's not wealthy, but we got like a yes. So like TikTok, we do have to get him there to deliver. Otherwise, they will just wash the hands of him. So
my brother is magic. My brother has magic, like my mom did. So but this is the problem, and I feel like I should give y'all fair warning before we go. I was told that if I set foot in the city without the money to pay the house sign back, they would kill my brother.
How much?
25,000 gold pieces.
Right.
all right, so we don't let them know that you're there.
Yeah.
Yes, easy enough.
Fucking sneaky like. We can kill some fucking gnomes. We can sneak you through an entire city.
I mean, I do know a lot of the back channels, but the problem with Yorin is that, I mean, you know.
We'll have to do something about this.
Yeah.
Put a bag on your head or something. It'll be fine.
Thank you so much, Mark.
That's maybe not the solution I would have went with.
Well, it's a start.
If
You
I
start
can-
with one idea, and then we contribute
evolves.
together. Yes,
I
that's
do
indeed.
remember a little. I ran a scam one time with a group of folks in Yorin, actually. We had one person pretend to be a knight, and there was this bloke who made armor, but it wasn't really armor. It was like really flimsy and shit. You wouldn't start at a sword or anything. But part of that armor was a helm that covered his face. And he pretended to be like a noble knight. It was like, oh, like, look at me, I'm a hero. I ride a horse. He didn't have a horse. We tried to steal a horse. That went badly. But he was like this noble knight in an armor that looked well enough that you could think that maybe it would stop a sword. Wouldn't stop a sword. But you couldn't see his face.
Yeah.
Exactly. A helmet is just a bag made
It's
of
not
metal.
a bad plan.
I
You're
wonder-
very strong.
Well,
A helmet is just a bag made of metal.
Yeah, keep up. So the question is, once we get to Yorin, figured it out, but it's either a forest or a ship.
You would know there's likely 3 ways that you could probably get there. You could go by land, so traveling farther north and then trying to sneak through. You could travel by ship. Again, you'd have to try to get smuggled into the harbor. Or you could try to find somebody to teleport you there magically.
That's a B.
there's a city near, like, close to Yorin.
There's a Taywinese city, Caligai. That's the most northern Taywin city, and it's that's kind of their like military is sort of operated out of there because that's where the wars had happened predominantly.
Yeah.
So there is one more. Yeah, there's another Taywinese city up north that you could go to, and then you'd have to figure out which way you wanted to go to try to sneak across the border.
Surely, if we were to look at the best way to get in, it would be to be teleported in. Now, I understand that is also the most difficult to attain, but it would put us in the strongest position.
Because if especially if I've seen people do it before. I could never do it myself, of course, but they're like you can like write a spell on a piece of paper.
Yes.
And I know that city like the back of my hand. I could get us anywhere.
So what we need
I could
to
put
do
us in
is
my
we need a
house.
scroll of teleportation.
What we could potentially do is go back to Taywin, talk to the folks at the Vaitoma Academy, maybe do a favour or two, and in lieu of payment...
This is so boring. Fucking glad-handing a wizard. Let's fucking charge across untamed lands, fucking steal a bag made of metal, fucking sneak you in, and be fucking adventurers! Come on! What are we doing?
I do like that,
Thank you!
but
I love.
there's a but.
there's always a but. I'm so sorry. I have some friends at the academy. I could.
You have friends at the Vaitoma?
You're a Vaitoma boy.
No, I didn't go there personally, but I studied somewhere else. It doesn't matter now. I could maybe arrange for us to something. I don't know. I'll talk to some people. I'm good at that.
You would know that you could try the Vetoma. You might be able to get a scroll. It's unlikely that someone from the Vetoma would teleport you there.
Yeah.
Based on the sort of geopolitical situation.
I think it might take a little bit more time. I don't disagree with you, Thistle. I think that's the best route. But on foot, we can get a lay of the land as well.
There might be a case if we do go to Caligai, you said?
Caligai, yeah.
There might be a case if we go to Caligai that I have no love lost for Yorin. Perhaps we can put on our adventurers' hats, and it's a military town.
We can do some...
And I will, if it means I can get Adri out, I will bring anything else they want with it.
Yeah, we can do some jobs.
I need my brother. I will say goodbye to a couple people, and that is it. I will never set foot in that town again.
I don't want to do anything too destructive, but
So
we can do some
we
jobs.
go to Caligai, sign on as mercenaries against the Yorinites.
We're not actively at war.
Bust
They're
in,
not yet.
No, it's a
or
piece.
some
It's been a
such. And then
notable piece.
once we're there, we ditch that contract and sneak in, get the brother. I love it. Absolutely unhinged.
My concern is we don't want to start the war again.
Yeah, I don't. Or we don't want to start that war, and we also don't want to start the civil war inside of the city again.
Good, so we won't.
Valentine, can you make a history check for me?
Absolutely, I can.
Caligai sounds like the guy for me.
13.
Very excited.
13. You do remember hearing about, you don't know them specifically, you remember hearing about somebody in Taywin who was gifted with the arcane, and generally the Vetoma is all sorcery. That is what they teach, and all of their professors are sorcerers. It's all inborn magic. But there was somebody there is sort of a story of someone who famously got turned down from the Vetoma and kind of went out on their own as a kind of a powerful arcane user.
Right.
But sort of drifted into the underground world and the criminal world. And the only thing that you remember is their name, Mr. Moss.
There is one thing we can try.
Okay.
As we know, stories are sometimes true. Funny enough.
Yeah, they are.
There's a person whose story about very powerful, not connected with the school. We can talk to them. Maybe they'll help. Taywin.
I mean,
Where are they?
in Taywin?
Taywin, yes, sorry.
I think, let us, regardless of how we choose to proceed, Taywin seems like a good first stop. It offers the opportunity for Valentine to go make contact with people who he might need to speak to. It gives us the opportunity to explore this person that he speaks of. I think it's a good position to begin.
And you also reckon you could likely get legitimate teleportation to Caligai if you needed to,
Right, fine.
as the cities are kind of...
Mark, we will have our adventure. We've had a pretty good one so
There
far.
will be nothing. There will be so much adventure you will not know what to do with in Yorin.
Oh, I know what to do with adventure, but all right.
I'm
We're going to
curious. I'm
Taywin.
real curious what that is.
So we're gonna go to.
We do want to keep in mind there is someone in Taywin that has sworn endless enmity to Mark, so let's keep an eye out for that.
Who's that?
You know, the dude who was on the floor and he was like, I'll never forgive you, and...
Kethran.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Kefran.
Genuinely cannot recall who that is.
Another day, another adventure.
I thought that was a pretty...
Okay, so we make quick tracks.
But was I there for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or was I in
Yes,
a
you-
fugue stage?
No.
No,
Oh,
you were there
God.
for that.
Some of it.
You were there for that.
Maybe it's the.
Might have been in the fugue
We lost
stage.
9
missed all the
days, you
important
lost
parts.
9 days in an hour.
Yes.
Yeah, mate, it
That
was
might,
a
that
long
might have been a fugue.
time.
That might have been a fugue state episode.
I just want to say, I don't think any of us should put too much stock into the village and the wards that surround it. I find magic is oftentimes very black and white, and life oftentimes is not.
I've actually been thinking about it, Thistle, and I think that ward does sense evil. I think that ward senses the evil that was done to me.
Yeah.
I think that ward senses something that was so evil that it's lingered all this time. I don't think I'm evil. I don't think I've done evil things. I've done bad things. But I've had evil things done to me.
Yeah.
And it left a mark. No offense. And I think that lingered. And I think that's what the ward felt. It's not my evil. It's Gideon's evil.
That's right.
Doing bad things does not make you a bad person.
Agreed.
If you do enough of them, surely it does.
You must excuse Mark, he is new to the world.
I think there is a tipping point. I think there's like a line. That once
Yeah,
you-
absolutely. Like,
As we start orienting ourselves on the walk towards
surely
Taywin.
if you do bad things, that makes you a bad person.
I will say, when you reach your hand to someone and they take it, is it not worth pulling them back?
Fair point.
That's actually what I was trying to do with Mark. I was going to try and bring him into a hug and see what happened, but we couldn't do it because of the barrier. So
Does everyone speak in fucking metaphors? I don't understand.
Down the road.
Towards Taywin.
You travel for the next few days. It's fairly quiet. It's the road is easy as you come into farmland pretty quickly. You do pass in the morning of the second day. You do come across, there's like a kind of makeshift stall right at the edge of the forest. And you can see there's these large pelts kind of strung up and laid out. And you see three small, brightly colored creatures. They look like frogs. As you can see, they're like tanning these fairly big hides. You can keep going or you can stop and...
Nice looking hide.
Oh, thank you!
Yes. Hello.
Oh, would you like some fresh knoll hide?
Oh, where'd you find these?
Oh, someone just left it in the forest?
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
funny thing, that actually might have been us. We actually ran afoul of.
Well, we found it, so you...
No, it's all yours. It's all yours.
Well, you can't prove that it was the same.
No, I don't want it. It's all yours. It's
Well,
great.
it is all ours.
It's the circle of life.
Well,
you know?
it's not for sale.
We had no use
No,
for it.
you can't buy it.
Okay. Sorry, did I offend you?
No.
I was just saying it's funny that kind of like I'm glad that it became a fortuitous thing that we ran afoul of Knowles and it kind of became fortuitous.
What a crazy coincidence.
No, it's great.
Mate, how much for the nose hide?
How much do you have?
I genuinely don't know.
Ah, well, for you. Kind of looks at the other two. I'll sell it to you for 10 gold pieces.
Single pieces, that's a steal. I have that, right?
You had
I would've-
15 walking around, I think.
I spent my 10 in town.
You have 323 gold pieces.
So that's a yes?
I'm not holding your money. I have already given you
Oh,
your money.
I have
at this
absolutely, mate.
Ah, pleasure doing business with you.
point. I'm
Squat.
gonna carry a knoll
I
hat.
have a question. Excuse my ignorance. What is the like a good application of null hide? What can you do?
Well, really, that's up to you. It makes a fine coat or blanket or jerky.
You eat the hide?
You can.
Nice.
Sorry. Do any of these hides have the head still attached?
It's been peeled
Like,
away.
but
Like
like-
it's like mane all the way down. Like then some of them still had like the teeth, like the front teeth sort of attached.
How much for the one with the teeth still
I've
attached?
already bought them.
That was just one.
Oh.
You want all of them?
How much for the set? How
50
many
gold
are there?
pieces. 100 gold pieces.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
How much for the one with the teeth?
Oh, well, that one's pretty special. I don't know if I want to sell that one.
Mate, just for me? How much for the one with the teeth?
Oh, okay. 25 gold pieces.
Throw in the one without teeth, and we got a deal.
Make a persuasion check.
Why are we buying
Can
knoll?
I, you want to help?
As this
I
like
am
blue dotted
No,
skin.
before you roll, I'm going to reach out, and as I go to say something that would normally help, you hear from the other side, like, these are the words you were saying. whispered into your ear, this like little ephemeral voice.
He whispered to you.
I don't whisper.
Oh, is he?
He is a whisper on the other side of his ear. As I give a bardic inspiration. Take a d6.
What is it?
And then you would see Esper
Got like a blowgun.
It's a d6, not a d8. Oh my gosh.
Well, now I have to update everything.
Exquisite. 21.
21. Oh, sure. Squat! And he snaps his big fingers, and this orange grung kind of jumps down and starts bundling them up together.
So how much money did I have originally? 335?
No, you had
323.
You had 333, and then you spent you spent 10, so you have 323.
Minus
You have
35.
2 regular-sized knoll pelts and 1 big knoll pelt.
Where are the
Absolutely.
points?
With teeth.
We love that.
I don't
You can
know.
twist the teeth as like a little clasp.
Exquisite. Pleasure doing business with you. I think we're both on the same page about what we're going to use these for.
Do you have anything else other than the gnoll pelts of interest?
Well, I have this blowgun. You can have my blowgun. I have my thong.
Sorry. What?
No, my thong. You can have it. I'll sell it to you. I don't need it. I do this for you, travelers on the road.
So the clothes that you are currently wearing
Yeah, of course.
and the gnoll pelts are the extent of your inventory.
Well, yes,
Can
at the
I-
moment.
Do you have any poison or?
Oh, Vipum! This guy's asking about poison. And you see this red grung kind of like comes over. You're looking for poison?
I'm looking for poison and subtlety.
Oh, yeah, Vipum can do subtlety and poison.
Great. You've got poison?
Do you have a container?
No.
Of course we have a container. We picked up fucking the supplies in town. We would have non-magical containers. We can just have
whatever you got.
You'd have like a canteen or something. You're not having my canteen.
I don't want to fill my canteen with.
Here, you
Yes, absolutely. We've got a canteen.
I can definitely
Splish,
get it
splish,
into a
splish.
canteen.
Oh, fuck.
You can definitely get it into a
I can
canteen.
get it into a canteen.
Oh God.
Oh, wait. I have 2 flasks of oil,
No,
You
just
can-
give.
I'll drink. Yeah, I'll take the oil.
and then you can empty it, and then
Yeah, I got some other containers I can put the oil in.
could you put the poison in one of those containers?
No, those are my containers.
I'll pay extra for the
No,
candle.
but I need them for oil.
I've emptied my flask with poison. We're adventurers. What are we doing?
He takes the flask.
Is this not an adventure?
How much poison do you want?
All of it, please.
Canteen if you can.
Okay, that's gonna be 30 little pieces, pal.
Done.
And you watch as he rolls out his tongue, and he just starts squeezing. And it's just like saliva just starts dripping into this canteen. It's gonna take a little bit.
Yeah. Take your time. You're
And he just fully drains it out.
Vipin, was it?
Yeah, Vipum.
No, you're doing a thing. And first frog.
Oh, I'm Doom.
Dune, absolutely. And are you like a traveling?
Doom. With a G. Doom.
Dude, are you like a traveling opportunist or what's it called?
Absolutely, that's a great way of describing it.
What was the third one?
Squat.
Squat.
Squat is the green one that hasn't said anything
And zip them.
and is the largest.
And Doom is what color?
Doom is blue.
Blue,
Squat
and
is green.
Vipum is
Vipum
red?
is red.
Well,
I'm almost done here.
I know you working. Mark Dwyler and the Dwyler 5. We're traveling heroes, and we'll.
Can I get your autograph?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Does
He pulls out.
Does he know?
He
how
pulls
to
out a
cast this?
smaller, like he cuts off one of the knoll, like the back of the knoll skin. You just sign this.
I'm sorry, mate. I can't sign anything blank.
He's quite famous, and we do actually, just because so many people ask, we do have to charge 5 gold a piece.
Oh, come on now. Heroes don't charge.
You're sure you want to give away your signature?
It's not a signature, it's an autograph.
He's already rolled it up.
They're different.
Mark,
Tucked into the back of his thong.
I love your enthusiasm. But they're giving you a gift. Whoever says the number first loses.
What is the number?
I'm all done here.
What number?
Price.
Mate, money is fucking transient and flowing. Glory lasts forever. Mate, we're traveling heroes.
Yes.
I love your poison.
Oh,
I love that we did heroism and you turned it into art.
As he's talking to Valentine, I'm just like gesturing to his clothes, like really subtly, and being like the cravat and that.
And I'm just like this, just over to.
Vibham is drinking the oil.
I didn't give him the oil. He gave him his water canteen.
Oh, he's drinking the oil.
Hey, that was my oil. I
thought this is what I was gonna.
That would be 3 golds.
Mark, quick question. When you're hungry, what do you
I just was so parched.
Food?
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much oil is.
I'm keeping the container.
Of course.
There's 4 doses of poison.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Add that to your stick.
Grung poison.
Thank you very much.
Rung poison.
I love that.
Do you purchase anything?
Are you selling the bird?
No. I am not selling the bird. I
regular
have something you might find enticing.
How much gold did we have each again?
How much?
333.
I'll reach into my pocket.
You can see he's very antsy to see what it is.
And I'll hold out my hands. And I'll lift it. And you'll see a little stone.
It's a scrun stone.
Can I?
I'll close my hand, put it back in my pocket.
Would that be worth anything to you?
Those are hard to come by in the forest.
Hard to come by.
Yeah, okay. How much are you willing to part with it?
Do I know how much a scrunstone would be worth?
Make a history check at advantage.
How much did I pay for it?
I feel like I
paid 10
would
gold
know.
for it, I believe.
I think you paid like 50 gold. Or yeah, maybe 10 gold. 10 gold for one scrunstone.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite 50, but
And you got ripped off, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
5. 12.
A scrunstone that size, you figure is like
That dice night.
is probably like you guess maybe around 7 gold, between 5 and 7 gold.
Okay. I will signal to you, just like.
How much would it be worth to you? Hard to come by.
Oh, very hard to come by. I could probably part with 3 gold pieces.
But you've never seen this one before, though. You've seen others, right?
Of course. What do you mean? It looked like a regular scrunstone.
I thought you had better eyes than that.
Yes, it's okay. I will.
What?
We will find a different.
No.
Make a deception check.
Show them the rock one more time.
Or a performance check.
I would like to minor illusion the rock. I would like to minor illusion like the I want it to like be like little stone like legs and then like a little stone head, so it almost get like a little turtle.
Okay. Make a performance check for me.
Thank you so much. Listen, I'm good at it. The dice disagrees. 11.
It's pretty good. Oh yeah. Okay.
It's all right. I think this is more appreciated by maybe someone.
Okay. I'll give you 7 gold pieces.
7 gold pieces.
There was that Bollywug back in Taywin who was interested.
What?
Yes.
Okay, 10. I'll give you 10. That's good.
What did he offer?
I think it was 20.
Yeah, it was 20, 25, I think. I can't remember.
He was desperate for it.
desperate
Mate, he's
for
going to
it.
be pissed.
I'll
if you
give
sell
you
that.
25.
Squat like bounce.
I hear 25. Can anyone do better?
No. As he pushes Vibham and Doom out of the way.
Give me the stone.
He like throws 25 gold pieces at you. Grabs it. And you watch as he smashes it up right there and just. And they're like, you see Doom and Vibham kind of both back up.
I know what scrunstones do. I am also going to back up.
I'm going out salvaging!
And he runs into the forest.
I'm sorry, did he just say he was going out savaging?
Salvaging.
Oh.
And he goes out into the forest.
Fucking hell.
See, mate, it's fluid. It comes and goes.
Oh,
Easy as that.
wow.
Yeah.
Shall we keep on?
We shall keep on.
Please.
I'll never forget you, Mark Dwyler.
Doom, we'll see each other again.
And you head towards Taywin.
Take the scrunstone off my head.
Well, we should, if we're here, we should follow that lead that you have, potentially.
Another
that was the
another-
drug one, right? Yeah.
Another thing we could do, if we're in town briefly, at least for a night, we're gonna have to keep our head low, but the merchant of the tea shop, Hilarion, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He was a kind face. He, if your lead goes dry, we may also have someone who has some ideas.
I can also talk to Eki again.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or maybe not.
I mean, the other option is, and this is maybe crazy, but we could try to get the money and do it on the up and up.
I've been trying for 2
How much
years.
time do you have?
25,000 gold.
Well, I'm just
Lots
saying,
of gold.
the last job we did was how much?
2,000.
2,000.
So we go to Eki, we say, we need 25,000 gold. Do you have a job that pays?
We're gonna need
No,
to trick out
no,
more
please.
frogs for that to happen.
Love that.
How long did that
I thought you
job
might.
just take us?
That
6
job
days?
took you about a week.
Please,
Like there
listen,
and back.
friends, my father is in debt that much because he made deals and gambling. I don't want to do this.
We don't have 14 weeks to get that to...
I had planned when I was in Ellery, I was working with a bookie to try and get as much money as I can, and that 1,500 that I put down at the Vatoma, that was it. That was everything that I'd had for fighting for years, for like almost 2 years now, and I knew I was never going to have enough. So I was just going to go and get them.
I did warn you that it was a crazy idea.
No,
I just thought
I
it was
appreciate
worth
it, Thistle.
asking, but
I appreciate it.
All right, let's go get him. Let's go find. What'd you say your fellow was in town?
Mr. Moss.
Mr. Moss, absolutely.
I like him already.
Perhaps, do you know where to find Mr. Moss?
No.
Maybe.
But you start speaking loud enough and someone will hear.
Maybe Hilarion does.
Also, word to
Sorry,
the
mate,
wise, that Needles guy is probably still out to get me, and I'd love to get to the bottom of that. So if we can stop by
The haystack.
the haystack, that would really mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a needle guy in a haystack.
Right,
It's
fucking
a long
devious,
story.
right?
we start walking towards Hilarion's tea shop.
I'll trail back a little bit with Valentine and just like fill in Valentine on the the mark of it all.
And did I catch the inspiration?
Make a perception check. What's your passive perception?
That's a good question. I don't think I've ever used that. 13.
13.
Probably not.
No, you didn't notice.
Okay.
Speaking of perception, I realized I didn't declare this, but this morning,
Declare it.
with
a chest.
Got to say request.
Whispers of the Dead, they're going to give me proficiency in perception.
Okay, great. So you arrive back at Taywin in the morning after traveling a few days to get here. You can see the city is kind of bustling. You head towards Hilarion's tea shop, and you see he's just setting up for the day. Kind of, hello, can I?
Good morning.
Oh, it's so good to see all of you.
Nice to see you.
What brings you here? I didn't think I'd see you again so soon.
Would you have said like how hush hush Mr. Moss is?
Probably not. Valentine would have relayed the information that Tim did give me, so you do know that Mr. Moss is like a bit on the criminal side.
Okay,
So
wouldn't be a bother.
We're looking for a particular herb. A gentleman sells it in town, and we were wondering if you might know him. It's kind of moss-like. Do you know anyone in town who?
I mean, there's a few apothecaries
Right.
throughout the city. I guess it sort of depends on what kind of moss. Is it something for?
It's kind of a generalized thing.
Perhaps Valentine can fill you in on it a bit. And I would kind of. Is there like an open sign?
Mm-hmm.
I know we haven't met very much, but we have some questions that we'd like to ask you. We need some help.
I don't see any.
All right, make a persuasion check. He's a little bit nervous.
Oh, I know.
Like the energy that you're bringing.
I
don't
know.
see any thieves' can markers or anything.
That is a flirty 20.
I would say the reason that is so convincing is the earnestness in Shy's voice. There is no, like, I'm not trying to shake him down. I'm not trying to scare him. I am like, please help me.
Yeah, it turns very quickly. He's like sort of backing up, and then it's like, oh, of course. Is everything okay? Is Rosie okay?
Oh, she's fine.
Rosie found her dad's. That all worked out, yeah.
That's wonderful. Let me put on a pot of tea, and I'll see what I can do.
Great.
He brings out a little tea set.
As he goes back for the tea set, I'm just going to be like, I don't think this is the place to find Mr. Moss.
I do have a question, though. While he's away, are you all right if I share the knowledge of our tea that we discovered?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you would find that quite fascinating.
Yes, I agree. And I would... You can read that. Also, who has the leaden manacles right now?
That is I.
And who has the dark fire torch?
Hey, yo.
Sorry, found tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
In like a little pouch at a campsite.
Here, have a sniff.
incredible.
I like open
So
the
basically,
bag.
when you would come back, I would.
I have you a question to ask.
Of course.
It is regarding tea.
Oh, well, you're in the right place.
We've discovered quite a unique blend.
Wait, Oh, interesting. Is that... It's like, ozone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this dragon leaf tea?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yes, yes. I have not been able to get my hands on it myself, but...
She drank it, and then she punched lightning.
It was fun.
So the rumors are true. I've heard about this tea quite a bit. It's very hard to come by, and the base ingredients are rare in themselves, but the more exotic ingredients require a specialized hand.
I have one serving of it left. I used it to punch the crap out of some gnolls.
Yeah, we found a camp just kind of up in the rainforest and up the river a little bit. That's where we found it, but the camp was pretty torn up.
Would you be able to tell me what's in this?
Well, the base is a kind of black tea.
Okay.
But the leaves come from a very specific area near the Bakir range. But that's not the hard thing to get a hold of. I have some of that base tea here. It's the dragon scales. Generally, you grind up dragon scales.
I drank dragon scales. Okay.
Very finely ground.
Okay. Well,
Those tend to be a little bit harder to come by.
Your skin's been going a little more dragon-like.
When,
Yeah.
Do you know where something like this would have been purchased? Is there anyone in Taywin that...
Or Clanjara.
Jara, I don't believe so. Perhaps Dathia. I'm fairly confident there is an exporter there.
we've had a couple run-ins with a couple Dathians, so... Not that we're friends of them by any means, but...
It is
Friends with anyone.
more common among the Dragonborn. They have easier access to dragon scales, generally speaking. So it's not unheard of. Some Dragonborn families have their own recipes that they hand down.
Are there other teas that grant abilities like this?
Well, I believe you can use any color of dragon scale. I have heard of a brew from Garyang that use a fur of a boreal dragon. They don't have scales, much like the chromatic dragons and metallic dragons that are more common to this area, but allegedly it worked quite well. Kept the drinker rather warm. But yes, I would imagine if you could get your hands on any kind of dragon scale, I could experiment. If you brought it to me, yeah.
Good to know.
Keep it in mind, yes.
If I ever see a dragon, my goodness.
Sorry. Wait, no. This is how I do this, because I don't think you'd want to be rude. Through my token to Shy,
Okay.
I'd be like, do we have more questions here? Do we have more questions here? And if so, maybe Val and I can go poke our noses around in the less reputable parts of town.
I would look at Esper. You seem like the kind of person who just knows things. So that's why we came here to you. I need to get into a city quietly. This is a city I know very well, like the back of my hand. And I could get us in through the woods. I could get us in through the port. But ideally, I would get in with magic.
But where are you wanting to go?
Yorin.
Why?
Or Kali guy. Both work.
We lost something in Yorin and we're going to go try and retrieve it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Kali guy.
Or Caligai, but the final destination is Yorin.
But Caligai will be easier to get into because that is a Taiwanese.
Yes, there is a teleportation circle that's run by the city.
Right.
To travel to Caligai. It is expensive.
How much?
Single travel is usually 250 gold pieces.
Per person.
Okay.
Businesses sometimes have a deal. But generally it's used for bureaucrats, the military, professors from the Vaitoma.
Professors from the Vaitoma.
But private citizens can use it. Just comes at a cost.
Do you know any folks at that joint that need help with anything?
Like work?
Oh, the city is always hiring folks to deal with things. I'm sure you could find work.
Okay, that's one way.
In lieu of some payment?
Yeah. We're gonna have to come back here anyway, right? Once we find our thing.
We want a two-way trip.
Sweet, work for the government and buy a bus ticket. Sounds great. Let's do it. I would just like to buy some regular tea. Just, if we're done having our locked tea shop conversation. Is it like, we good? Yeah? Okay, absolutely. I just want to buy some regular tea. And I tell you what to Tiger. And we'll deal with it later. It's just non-magical tea. He's just looking for a type of tea. And
whatever type of tea you want.
Deal with it. Any type of tea I want? Great.
Any type of tea you
We'll
want.
circle back to this and you can tell me what I got.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
Sweet, we walk outside.
I would look at Valentine. I don't know if he knows anything, but I don't know if you've met Hilarion before, but he seems like a good person in the know.
Yeah, the team man we just talked to.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any other way of contacting Mr. Moss.
I might have some channels.
Well, if it's Valentine's contact, I would trust Valentine making the connection, right?
I might be able to connect Valentine to Mr.
Oh,
Moss.
I see.
Valentine has never met Mr. Moss.
Oh,
Only
sorry.
heard of Mr. Moss.
I
through
apologize.
story.
I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
It's not somebody
I
Valentine has
misunderstood.
met.
See, if someone has something more concrete, but I have the story.
Right.
If it's true, he could not exist.
I can ask around. I know a spot. I'm going to go back to that booth where I first learnt about Eggy. And we'll walk up. How's it going, mate?
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
You connect with Eki?
Connected with Eki. Appreciate it. I'd actually like to connect with someone else.
More blankets?
No. Well, we're looking for a fella who sells moss.
Why would you need moss?
We're trying to get to a place. The moss might help.
Well, generally, in my experience, if you sit down in one place long enough, moss will start to grow on you.
I see. I feel like with my passive insight, I would say that I've struck a nerve here.
You clock, there is recognition. He knows who you're talking about.
Yeah, but that reaction to me feels like he was like, why the fuck are you asking about this is
It seems like, you're asking, it's like you're jumping from the kind of
Low
the
level.
front door guy to
Yep,
the
yep,
like
Yep.
one of the bigger bosses.
I'm jumping from Calendar Man to the Joker. This moss, gathers up on a rock that's sitting still. Is it safe to eat? I got friends here who fucking put everything in their mouth. But how safe is it? Is it for the uninitiated to the moss?
Well, it's an acquired taste.
I see. Well, thank you. And I'm gonna point to one of the cheapest, shittiest looking blankets, and I'm gonna slide 5 gold onto the thing.
Passes you the blanket.
Thank you very much.
Do you know where you're gonna be staying? While you're in town?
There's not a tavern in town called the Haystack, is there?
Yeah, there
For
is.
fuck's sake. I'm staying at the Haystack.
Okay, sure. Yeah, all right. I will. I'll take note of that.
Yeah. Actually, I put the blanket back down. Delivery, if you don't mind. And then I'll sign. Just leave it.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
And he lets you know where the haystack is.
Yeah, I'll shake your hand. Right. So, I've organised for us to stay in town for a night.
Okay.
I think Shy will see this the most because Shy has seen Esper get frustrated the most. This just shiver of displeasure as he goes, at the Haystack.
The haystack.
Oh, good, we found it. You know where it is?
I know exactly where the haystack is. We're gonna have to disguise you a little bit so that we're surreptitious going.
Den of villainy. Perfect. It's all coming together, mate. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to stay there because that's where our nemesis live.
I've always heard, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
That sounds like a really bad idea. I like the first part, but that sounds fucking insane to me.
Don't worry,
We'll have you. We got your back.
we got your back. Yeah.
We've got a bag that's not made of metal.
You got.
I'm carrying the knolls in it, mate. Fucking metaphors, mate.
We should buy you a cloak.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Don't have to buy.
I'm done with these fucking cloaks.
Wait, no, we don't need to buy your cloak. I remembered you're excellent at making disguises.
Absolutely.
We should make you a disguise.
Now we're talking.
Play to his vanity.
So you head towards the haystack, and you find near the harbor a large windmill that sticks out quite a bit at the edge of the at the edge. There's a barn attached to it, and you can see the barn doors have been set up almost like saloon doors, and they're large and they swing quite a bit. You can hear there's raucous noise from inside.
So loud, those doors.
Yeah. And you can see the windmill is next to this large barn, and then there is a almost what looks like the top of a farmhouse beside it, behind the windmill. And you step in, and you can see there's all manner of folk from the harbor, a number of sailors. As this large windmill is turning around, you see inside it's connected to a large grinding stone, where you can see they are grinding hops and things like that. And you get that smell of yeast just hits you so hard as you come in, and you see there's a large bar and a large set of stairs that go up into the back half, into that sort of farmhouse-looking building, where there's a number of rooms, and you can see there's a hallway beside that kind of goes in behind.
I'll get us some rooms if that's okay with you.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm gonna sign looking for a place to stay. Doing great. Just dropping by. Heard great things. Actually, if you don't mind, we were out traveling. I've ripped my favorite cloak. You don't happen to have a needle that I could use?
No, I don't.
Do I see any recognition when I sign? Okay. And if you don't have a needle, 3 rooms.
Okay. Yeah, just for the night?
Just for the night, and food and board, if that's possible.
Oh, of course. Everything's all included here.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy to pay up front if that's necessary.
That's ideal. All right, that'll be 12 gold pieces.
Great, I'll put 14 down.
And here, the first one's on us. And he lays out 4 tokens for each of you for a drink.
I put 15 down, and I go,
Very generous of you.
yeah,
Do you need more drink tokens?
no, just for your discretion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Duly noted. That's it in the book. You watch as he scratches it out.
I love that. I
Write
love
it
it. I
down.
thought you said like writes discretion in the book, which is such an energy. Be like, these people are staying here. Discretion.
Tim, vibe check.
Yeah, make a vibe check.
It's fine. Insight
Music is
Insight, well, for a vibe, yeah. Insight or yeah.
or
Perception.
insight
You
sounds
can make a
great.
perception.
15. Just
15.
to see like criminal element.
It seems very touristy.
Perfect.
It's like
Love
you
it.
don't see a lot of locals here. You've seen at other bars that you've been to here in town, the couple that you've been to, there's usually folks that you recognize, the Kamnusa, which are the Goliath, which you know have sort of mossy skin, or sometimes do, or like kind of mossy like hair. They usually like drink at those places. There's none of those people here. There's a number of sailors you can tell that are coming in from the harbor. It looks like mostly it's like a roadhouse, like it's like a motel at the edge of the highway.
What time of day is it?
You're getting later on into the afternoon. You're probably sort of 3 o'clock, close to happy hour.
Do we want to game plan what our plan is for the rest of the day?
We've gotten keys, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Great. Well, we got rooms.
Okay.
So we just pile into one of them.
Yeah, there's rooms. There's also tables down below and a few booths and things like that.
Should we, I know we are waiting for, I assume you fill this in. I know we are waiting for someone to come make a connection, but should we possibly inquire from the city if there's still time today as to what sort of trade we would have to do for teleportation?
I have something to put forwards. Maybe I think I'm very good at dealing with a certain element, and I think Sean, you're very good. I've been almost doing that all night, and I don't know why.
Who's Sean?
Who's Sean? Mark, you're very good with people as well, but kind of different sorts of people. I think we want to do the city thing and the moss thing separately. So I can go downstairs, kind of nurse an ale for a time, while some of you go and talk to, the fancy folk.
I mean, the city sounds like it's 250 gold apiece. We've got that because we did a job. We
want both ways.
want both ways?
I mean, we have to come back.
We'll need to get back.
We'll deal with that on the way back, mate. Like, we get there,
It's not.
because it's our way in. We get
It's
to.
not a bad idea to ask if they need help with anything, even like a delivery to Caligai that certain folk have to do. We, as part of that, teleport in and deliver something to where it needs to be delivered.
The other option is we wait until the morning and see if our contact makes contact tonight.
Something I was also thinking as well is that, I mean, I don't want war,
Yeah, I agree.
but if they want secrets as to how that town works,
You
it
and I
means
have,
I get help getting my brother out.
you and I have a lot to talk about on that regard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're all great. I want to preface that before I say this. I think if someone of a certain type wants to approach our table, they might avoid it if there's too many of us. We are a loud group, visually speaking.
Not me. I'm in disguise.
I look at Valentine's like bright pink, like purple cloak. I look at
I'm blue.
like Shy's bright blue color. I look at the pure white crow. Like I'm just like,
Go see it.
It's never been a problem before. People quite like the look of me.
oh
I
no,
forget you look fucking sick, mate.
Yes,
I I'm not saying this is a bad look. You fucking rock it.
Thank you.
Like I said when we first met. But there's a kind of nondescript nature to some folk that help them draw less attention.
Just don't show them your creepy fingers, okay?
Yeah, I'll wear gloves. Listen, we all have things, but I think doing two things at once is our best option.
I mean, I know bureaucrats usually finish up early, so we might have missed them, but we can at least go check.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what are we wasting a night? Let's go. Let's talk to the government.
I'm reticent to have you sit here alone, though.
Yeah, come talk to the government with us. At least wait outside.
Val,
Yes.
is what's the inside? Is your coat reversible?
For
For some reason, I remember you describing it as reversible, but that might be a different character that I'm thinking.
Fur-lined.
Fur-lined.
Big fur.
Yeah.
I love it.
You do. When you travel,
Yes.
do you stay at spots for free? You would infer that I'm asking, like, do you perform to stay?
A lot of the time, yes. I have a great number of stories. I will put forth something.
That gives us a good reason
You'd like to have
for
a
you to.
stay.
Stay
I thought
with,
that
as
I
a
could have a
maybe
private
backup.
conversation. I can choose the opposite end of the bar, start doing my thing, and
Yeah.
I can draw attention somewhere else.
Yeah. I think that's a good combo.
Okay. Then the
Like you
three
said, I'm
whistle.
quite loud.
Absolutely.
Don't fall in love with City Hall and get stuck there, yeah?
Yeah, all right, that one stings.
So we leave Valentine and Esper at
the bar?
Okay.
Okay.
And as
I think before I go. Oh, sorry.
no, it's okay. As you do your thing. 'Cause
Oh,
I
real
was
simple.
gonna-
I just doff the disguise and go into government,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to go in with an eye patch.
Yeah.
That's it? That's the whole disguise?
No, there's other
Oh,
stuff.
okay, good.
No, there's glasses.
Glasses and eye patch. But importantly, it's glasses, then eye patch.
It's an eye patch.
It's only temporary.
People can have bad corneas and also lose an eye. Some people are
As
just
a
object.
child who had for like a 1 month period of time both an eye patch and glasses, like
Such an image.
thank
Did
you
you
so
put an eye
much.
patch on top of the glasses? You can go. Boop.
I for sure did. As we're leaving, I would hang back for a moment and I would just lean down to Esper and I would go, I know we're joking about being heroes, but don't be a hero, okay?
I know.
And if you need anything,
You got a line, yeah.
yeah. And I just hit him on the shoulder.
All right. So the three of you head out into the city, heading towards the government.
We would look for a.
Nope.
You
The
know who
Glamour
that
is.
There is
We're looking for the government.
I am on.
I heard there was.
Do you know where the government is?
You would know that there is a small there is a small palace.
I am here to see the man.
Where the Scarlet Acathir lives. Which
Scarlet Acathir.
That's the
Wow.
like they have a one ruler over Taywin.
Okay.
It's traditionally called the Sorcerer King or Queen. But then there is like extending out from that are all the sort of like bureaucratic buildings and military buildings.
As we were kind of walking over, I would look for someone in like relatively militaristic guard.
They're easy to spot. They're all mostly Goliaths.
Okay, I would go.
So tall.
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone who would oversee travel or potentially work that would put me in Caliga. Can you point me in the right direction, please?
Well, yeah, you're gonna want to go over to this building, and he leads you over to one of the there's a military building next to kind of a large barracks. In here's the where the teleportation circle is.
I see. And these people would have governments over potentially work that would take up there.
Yeah, they sometimes have contracts.
Oh, wonderful.
Available.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
And I would lead us in that direction.
Yeah. you head in. It doesn't take you too long. It takes you it's fairly close to the harbor. And you arrive, and you see, it is near the end of the day. So you can see some folks are kind of packing up. But there is a large, kind of a large, bank of kiosks almost.
I love bureaucracy.
And a kind of a triangular hallway that kind of goes out into the back.
Tim, this is why I play fantasy games, to avoid bureaucracy.
This is why Esper didn't want to come.
Roll to fill out paperwork.
Wrong one. You needed the 423.
Ah, shit.
So you head up to one of the kiosks, and you see there is a small human man writing in a book. He kind of looks up. Can I help you?
Yeah, all right. Good afternoon. My name's Mark Dwyler, and I wanted to inquire about the use of the teleportation circle to get to Caligai.
Yeah. I don't think there's any more trips today, but I can put you on the first trip tomorrow morning.
Excellent.
It's 250 gold pieces per person, so for 1, 2,
That's
3 of
very
you.
exciting. It'd be for 5.
Okay.
For 5, excuse me. But, and thank you very much. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need any work done? We are a traveling band of heroes and adventurers, and we understand that you may be in need of stuff that needs doing.
Yeah, we have a few contracts at the moment. Are you interested in looking at them?
Yeah, we'll look at a couple contracts.
Side thing, are we adventuring with this fucking guy? Not where he can hear. I veto this plan outright.
Sean, Yana's speaking to you here. This is gonna be the whole campaign.
We're
We're gonna lean heavy into paperwork and bureaucracy.
laying out pamphlets.
I want to say, Tim has roleplayed goddesses that have become unhinged from time, evil liches, sweet gravel boys. But this is the best, most accurate roleplay I've ever seen, Tim, of the least interested person ever, because they work in bureaucracy. They don't have a soul anymore.
I would
They've
argue that's
died.
part lich at some point.
Yeah, true.
This is the big bad.
Do you have an adventuring number? Are you on the registry?
You're killing Sean. You're gonna kill him.
No, we don't.
Okay, well you're gonna have to fill out this scroll.
Can I just look at the contracts? If any of them
I
interest us.
cannot legally, and you start picking up the pamphlet.
No.
I'll show you the contracts until you fill out the scroll and are approved on the registry.
How long does approval take?
Generally 3 to 5 business days.
All right.
We got off on the wrong foot. Sorry, my name's Mark. What's your name?
My name is also Mark.
I love that.
That's
C-O-R-K.
so crazy. I don't meet a lot of Marks.
Yeah, right? We're a rare breed.
Uh-huh.
Mark, C or a K?
Definitely a C.
Cool. Me also.
Oh.
Deception check.
Gross. Oh my god.
You're not supposed to lean into this.
25 or something.
He believes you.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't meet a lot of Marks with C's either.
I know. It's... Whoa. Sorry, sorry, I just got lost for a second. It's just...
I'm done it. Soon.
Well, here's the thing.
I've never witnessed a meat boring.
Are you... Look, I can put a rush on the paperwork and try to get it done in 2 business days.
Mark, that's pretty fucking wild.
Look, I don't like to do it a lot, but you seem like interesting people.
Mark, here's the deal. Going through the proper channels, right?
Uh-huh.
It's good. It's really good, actually.
Absolutely. If we don't go through the proper channels, the whole thing degrades. It starts at the bottom.
I love your conviction.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wanted to mix things up just a little bit?
How do you mean?
I mean, we're adventurers and heroes, and mate, we don't have an adventuring number.
Okay.
We're off the sheets.
Right.
And we've recently Picked up a new member. He seems really cool. He's wearing all pink and purple. It's rad. He's coming from a brand a little bit, but that's fine.
They're delightful, yes.
Do you trust this person?
With my life.
Okay.
And Mark? I don't meet a lot of Marks. Do you believe in fate?
Yeah, I do.
Me too. Deception check.
I love calling myself. Oh my god.
No! That's just a 10.
He doesn't believe in fate.
Wait.
He goes,
It was a 3, yeah.
oh. Yeah, okay.
Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying to get... No, not... I'm
Oh,
dying as
I was worried.
Yeah.
I was going to
appreciate
say,
that.
this is maybe not the right place for you.
No.
Or maybe it is.
I'm dying to get to Caligai.
Uh-huh.
I want to get there now.
Right.
And where we're going afterwards, it's going to be a little unhinged.
Oh.
In a good way. It's going to be actually really good. Would you like to come with us?
I mean, I have a pretty stable job, and I have an apartment, and a cat, and a pretty robust friend group. So, no, I think I'm good.
No way.
Is that a deception check?
No, he's very balanced. I'm trying to make lemonade here, team.
We have some good time on the weekends.
You know what I think Mark's trying to say is I think that he sees a kinship in you. There was something he saw in your eye, and Mark may seem like he's a man of many words, but I know when he's been taken with something. So I think if you would just be able to let us look at those contracts real quick, and then we can get on to talking about better things, rather than just business.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck.
Guidance.
You cast a spell in the government building?
Nope.
Would
Can you imagine his counter spells?
Mark's earlier discussion count?
No, this is different.
Actually,
she's asking him to break the rules.
Oh no.
That's a 9. What my intention was, I will let the 9 stand, but what my intention was to say, like, Mark's flirting with you, pick up, like, do that fun stuff, but then, like, let's just get this boring stuff out of the way.
I'm afraid I cannot break the rules. If I were to show you the contract, there's a chance that you could just go out and do it, and we would not be able to compensate you properly for that. And that wouldn't be fair to you. I'm looking out for your interests.
That's a very good point.
Also, the government does not work with unlicensed or unregistered adventuring parties. We have a vetting process. We cannot be tangled up in scandal.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
And this might be above your purview.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever acquire groups that are not registered for things that you are not allowed to be associated with?
Not at this office.
Which office would I go to?
I am sorry, that was sarcasm.
Oh,
no, we absolutely
You do not do that.
As far as I know, that's not.
I apologize. I used to be a tree.
I didn't want to say, but that does make a lot of sense.
We should, all right, well, I've had all my questions answered. So.
Are you interested in sort of like microbrewing mead?
Yes, absolutely. And
Do
we're
some
we're
small
staying at the
batch of mead.
Haystack tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that place.
Of course he does. I feel like the
dying.
sound of shattering glass from Mark's head as of everything that Mark thought the haystack was just gets fucking destroyed.
I feel like this is a really good lesson in why you don't split the party.
This is the deadliest encounter we've encountered.
It's this.
Absolutely.
This is like the episode. This is like one of those
I'm
dropout.
taking psychic damage in real time. Sean Deppner is taking psychic damage.
This is a dropout episode where they pick on Brennan Lee Mulligan. This is Sean's version of that.
So are we filling out the paperwork to register?
No.
You can always fill it out on your own time and bring it back to me.
No,
tomorrow
that's a
morning.
great. Thank you, Mark,
Thank
so
you.
much.
And you'll also need this.
What is that?
Oh, that's just the other. Sorry, there is two pieces,
Two
two
forms.
scrolls to fill out.
Do I need a specific type of writing implement to fill these out?
Ink and quill will do just fine.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you.
And you leave the government building with your 2 scrolls.
Just a fucking shiver. That was too much.
I'm sorry. I was,
Not unscathed.
Add the 2 forms to your inventory.
I will
I'm gonna
write it
tell my
down.
grandkids about that one.
That's the most anti-Mark character. Just
Next
so
to-
disinterested.
Tim, next to the piece of my mother's jewelry, the only thing I have left, I'm going to write 2 business scrolls, 2 bureaucratic.
It's Form 7B and Form 9-3. 9-3.
What's
Sorry.
going on with the crime B plot?
No, that's the A plot?
Apparently,
Sorry,
this was your idea, team. I wanted to go through the wilderness.
I'd like to be very specific.
Form 7B.
Thank you.
And Form 9-3.
Nobody will tell me I have the wrong forms.
9-3.
I heard.
Dash.
Back at the haystack.
I would say that the Tavern Keeper. Does Valentine have like another name, or is it just Valentine?
I would just be Valentine.
Sorry, have you heard of the Valentine?
No, I have not.
I've forgotten the name. Just by it's Haystack. Does the Haystack employ people of oratory talent?
Usually we just have like a house band.
Right, are they in tonight?
They go on in about an hour.
Do you want to do something special for the evening?
What do you mean?
I'd like to introduce you to my friends, the Valentine.
I'm not going to use it. Actually, I am going to. I will burn Bardic Inspiration dice for the day, and I'm going to give myself temporary hit points, Esper temporary hit points, moving maybe a little faster than normal. Will walk up and extend a hand, and basically you see like the bottom of the floor just start to lavender mist. Walk up into.
Whoa, very cool.
How much time, people? Just in case.
Oh, it's like 5 or something.
I get stabbed a lot, so 5.
You do get stabbed a lot. It is 5 temporary HP.
5 is a huge thing.
And if you want to, as a reaction, you can move just like really fast right now.
Backflip.
Whoa.
Should have hired him. Yeah, I tell stories if you're interested.
Well, sure. I mean, no
I mean,
one's
we
up
can-
on stage.
Yeah, we can
and-
let the people decide.
I mean, if you suck, I'm gonna tell you to stop.
That's absolutely fair.
Deal?
Deal.
If you're good, I'll give you some drinks.
Okay.
Yeah?
So,
You can put out a hat if you want. Maybe folks from the audience will give you.
fine. Valentine would tap their belt, and you would see a teacup and like a little leather holder attached. Fine.
All right.
Just need a stage.
Stage is yours.
Enjoy. And then I'm going to find a spot and just kind of sit and like.
Great. You would see Valentine walk up on stage, place a little teacup in front of themselves, sit cross-legged, and if anyone would like to join me, I'd like to tell you all a story. And you would see they would use their Firbolg magic to use disguise self. And they would turn into someone who looks human, slightly older. And would then begin to read the story of Whisper that they've been writing, sort of idly on the trip.
Yeah,
Sorry.
make a performance check for me.
Would you allow me to make a stealth check with advantage because I'm like sitting on.
You're wanting to hide away?
Essentially, I'm like trying like
Yes.
I'm doing the thing that Esper never wanted to do, but in this circumstance has to. Is like the shadowy corner row.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make your stealth check at advantage. Is everyone well, wait.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, fair.
If they're enraptured.
Well, so this is an interesting thing. I would like to. How many patrons are in the bar?
There's probably about 30.
Oof. I would like to choose bartender, and then just if there's 30, just a couple intermittently, up to 5. So that way, if they are enthralled by me, as I'm going to use enthralling performance, I would like them to start speaking highly of it. If they're not paying attention, people randomly will start paying attention, hopefully getting the crowd to kind of turn away.
Okay.
I would also, as he goes to make this performance check, try to tap into that thing that I accidentally did with Mark. And I think like a little bit of like breeze would like blow up Valentine's hair, and they would feel this like kind of relaxation drift over them as like this calming presence. You know, like when you're in a room and you're like, something else is in here with me, but like the opposite, where it's like really calming. Yeah. And I'm gonna bardic inspiration.
Okay.
The bard.
Would I recognize that feeling?
You get some tingles that you haven't felt since your time in the college. When you were around a lot of other
tingles that you haven't felt
One
since
time?
college.
One time at band camp?
One time in college? I love it.
This is rapidly evolving. And I know it's coming from Esper.
You clock it, yeah.
Great.
I'd be looking right at you.
I would just stare at you then. Yeah, make eye contact. Roll the dice. Okay, so that is 9 plus 3, 12 plus. You said performance. My feet's turned around. Lovely. What did I say the number was?
12.
Thank you. 18.
18. So yeah, you do see folks start to get into it, and there are folks who are enthralled, and they start, like there's some clapping, and you can see they're talking it up to their neighbors as they're sitting with them. Everyone seems quite enraptured with this tale.
Lovely.
You can make your stealth check at advantage.
Thank you, sir.
Woohoo.
It was going to be a
Good-
bad
good
dice
thing
night,
on the
but yeah,
advantage,
the other one went well. There's a 23 total.
23. You sort of blend in to the background. This goes on for a while. How you head back
We
to
would
the
circle
haystack?
back.
Directly and dejectedly.
And dejectedly. You
I
go
just
into
don't-
the bar, or do you go up to the room?
To the room. Thistle's got a lot of paperwork to get through.
I need to know what your date of birth is. What do you... You don't know. Oh my goodness.
know
That's
I'm
gonna
20.
require Form 47C.
I have a really important question as Adam. Does the form on it at any point require a name?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Every single adventurer needs
Yep.
to be listed full name.
No. Not adventurer's name.
The party.
Oh, the party
Does
name.
the form
that is
require-
optional.
Okay.
That is
Optional?
optional. It's
Thank
the
you,
individual
Tim.
names.
We gotta
but
move
the-
on. Sean's dying.
The party name
We gotta move on. Sean's
is
dying.
optional.
Great.
I would go upstairs with
That puts a lot of
Thistle.
pressure on this episode.
I don't want to make light of like the X on the table or anything, but like that's not what that tool is for.
Sean, that's the beautiful thing about an X card is you can X card whatever you want, and we would absolutely respect
We're
it.
not there yet.
We're getting close.
We're not there yet.
You know what? I say we quit adventuring and we become clerks.
I'm just waiting for next week to be like, hey, welcome to Blackwater. Unfortunately, Sean wasn't able to join us. His hatred for bureaucracy has driven him far
He's
from
dead.
us.
Sean died.
Bureaucracy,
You know,
melted his brain.
bureaucracy-induced aneurysm, and no longer with us. He is haunting the studio, so you know.
I would say that
He's just screaming into the mic.
That's the special for 3
He's
years. We're all
grudging
in
the
gray
sound
suits doing
from-
paperwork.
absolutely it is an entirely paperwork episode. I would say that probably Shy and Thistle as probably the two who are going to stick out the most.
Yeah, I go to my room.
We would go upstairs, and I'm not sure what Mark would do.
I realize this tavern, Mark might not actually stand out that bad.
Mark's gonna fucking grab a drink and listen to the fucking story.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
It's enthralling as you sit there.
I don't hear. What do I gotta get a 23 to even spot? Fucking Shy
Right.
Esper. Oh yeah, I do. Hell yeah, with the nat 20.
Like the dejected as you like walk in, you look right away. You're like, ah, fuck.
I need to know.
Does Esper clock being clocked so easily?
I think
like he's all like
disarming.
No, I think
casually he clocks.
I think Mark would see on
Mark
his
shoots
face
him like the
a
finger
similar look of dejection because Esper never wanted to be this person, and so he's like a little grumpy about the fact that he's have to be like subtle. So you would see this like dejected kind of look.
Part of it is they're like, he's in the perfect fucking sulking seat.
Oh, I love that.
Well
Do you
done.
don't sit with him?
No, because I know his fucking plan.
Yeah.
And he's sulking along.
Yeah, that's his whole
right?
fucking point. I go and listen to this badass fucking story, which is really, really fucking cool.
So this goes on for a while, and as it's finishing, near the end of your kind of hour, you can see the band is starting to kind of collect near the corner, but they're also listening to the story intently. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, I have proficiency in this today.
Nice.
18.
Okay. You see a tall figure stride into the bar with a bowler hat and a dark wood cane and kind of a long, dark green cloak, quite dark. And you see they go up to the bar. They get a drink, and you catch the side of their face as they turn. You can see they have a fairly thick, mossy beard, and you can tell it's a Goliath by the kind of grayish-green skin. And they look over at you.
Over the table, also.
They tip their hat, and you watch as they walk through the bar and around the stairs and down the hallway.
I'll just kind of.
Okay, you head after them. You watch as you kind of catch up with them. You see they're at the end of the hallway, which goes on for about 40 feet. And you see it seems to come to a dead end. There's doors on either side, but you see the end is there. And you watch them stand at the end, and you watch as they pull up their cane, kind of trace along the edge, and you see just this shimmer of green energy. And you watch as they walk into the door, and they kind of turn.
Before out of Valentine's eye line, can I?
Yeah, you would see this. Make a perception check.
Okay. Well, just yes.
You see Esper going down the hallway. This is to see if you clock.
17.
Yeah, you like where you are at the stage. You have a pretty good view down the hallway, and you see that figure turn, and that faint bit of green energy.
Lovely. Just before Valentine would cast message, and Esper said, "If you need anything."
Can I respond to message?
You can. You can.
Oh, shit.
All that happens, a bonus action occurs.
Okay.
Just with the 20. I know where he is. I clock and leave.
You don't see down the hallway.
Yep. No, but when I see him
but-
get up,
Yeah.
I may not have spotted the mossy guy, but I saw him get up, and a bonus action occurs.
Okay.
I'll nod to him, and I'll step into this strange.
You
magic
watch. He's already stepped through, and you see there is kind of a greenish handle as you open the door, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh god. I still have 5 temp hit points, right? That might make
good.
That might make some differences.
And it's just desks.
And so join us after the break. We're gonna have actual. Tim has organised for us to have actual forms that we have to fill out in person.
Bring your cargo shorts. Bring your pocket protectors.
Cargo shorts are way too cool.
Bring your
lanyards.
Bring your finger protectors because you will get blisters.
We're gonna learn how to do fantasy taxes.
Have one of those little things that sort of slides out, and you can snap it back to your.
I have all these things at my work. The best thing, other than paperwork, much better than paperwork. Cody, Having you at the table is the best.
The best.
And Cody, after the break, we're going to apply for our fantasy O2. we can legally work in this city.
Well, I do love you guys, and I thank you for having me here. This has been absolutely incredible. I will be busy for the paperwork.
Speaking
Don't go
of
anywhere.
Being busy, there is a wonderful teaser trailer from Beth the Bard's Kickstarter, so please type !sponsor in the chat to get a link and go back, Daughter of Frankenstein. Please go do it, and we will see you in a tight 10. Okay, bye, folks.
Bye. See you soon.
When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
Sometimes the only way to face the darkness is to embrace the darkness.
Welcome back. Heroes! Yay!
That's us.
I am not a barbarian.
Settle down, settle down.
You do you, babe.
Kill a few people here and there in the name of don't kill me.
There's a little something else in there.
We've been through some stuff together. This is how we create bonds. It's been the best part of my life.
I'm not going to the temple. You start to vomit all over Arin. No!
He had a fling with a tiefling.
Maybe I should wear like a sneaky detective outfit. Are you sure I can't tempt you? With this.
That's not delightful, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight, and you guys to turn it into a sex thing, and that damage was trash.
And what is your 7th favorite trait?
Oh my god.
Friends solve puzzle together. Friends, our team. I'm good at killing things, and you guys are passable.
Hello. Hello. Lovely wedding.
He is now engulfed in flames.
I think I got in a couple good hits.
Fennel's unconscious again. Hello, Zap.
Whoa! Drop a 0.
Estravel!
She is the devil.
Okay, so she's looking for a vessel, and that's...
Do not let that happen.
Focus fire.
You are so hungry. The familiar and unfamiliar faces of everyone you've ever killed. There is no justice here, only sickness. And I am the cure.
No.
Her eyes go black.
Oh no. No, I'm down. Saving them is. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's everything.
Not ideal to have to kill your friends.
She repeats back words that you said to her once. When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
I've found people, and it's starting to feel like a real person again.
Because I have friends. I have friends now.
When the world is in trouble and you don't know what to do, gotta call Blackwater and they'll kick some ass for you. So pull up a chair because you're welcome at the table. Come watch us save the multiverse. So turn up the TV and come watch some D&D. Blackwater will roll some dice for you.
All right.
I think that one made it on.
Maybe.
Well, when I said butt stuff?
Now you ruined the mystery.
So,
I didn't say what kind of butt stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
you walk.
Hold on, everybody.
We're back.
Wait a second. You walk through the door, and you see this figure takes off his hat, and you see he puts it on a coat rack, takes off his cloak, and hands it to this sort of translucent, almost looks like a double of himself. Takes the coat and folds it, and whisks it off down a hallway.
I will make somewhat of a show, not like a flashy show, of taking off my cloak, which has like all of my knives, but I leave my belt knives on.
Yeah, you see another one of those kind of ghostly apparitions sort of take your jacket.
Thank you.
Into the other room, and they sort of nod, and they head off down the hallway in this beautiful wooden manor. You can see that dark wood, similar to the cane, all throughout, candle-lit sconces. It's quite ornate. As you step through, there is a hallway off on either side, and there's the kind of gallery that takes you to these large wooden doors. And you see the figure kind of opens them up, and inside is a library. You see books extend up as you walk through.
It's a lovely place.
Please, take a seat.
I see it. I hope you'll forgive my impotence if organizing this meeting was such.
No, it's not often I am asked by name, so I was intrigued. And your fingers.
Yeah.
Precede you.
That makes sense. I have means of communicating with my friends in a subtle manner. Would they also be welcome to this meeting, or do we want to keep?
Sure.
Great. In trying to reach out to my token, I have to be on the same plane of existence.
You may need to step outside.
I see. Sorry. Thank you for your hospitality. And I'm going to walk quickly. I'm going to step out, and I think I would just be able to see. And I'm just going to...
Yeah, you're just off the stage as the band is starting to kick into their set.
Just going to nod.
You see an old man get up and start to shamble down the hallway.
And then in my head, I'll send to Shy directions. Literally just directions of how to get to us.
Okay. We're being called downstairs.
Oh, lovely.
We put away our paperwork.
Mark, do you follow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, if I see him, we got the match 20.
Yeah.
I would say that, Thistle and I would slowly make our way downstairs. Just try
Yeah,
and...
I'll be like directions and then like delay.
Okay, so...
Just so that we're not all piling down this hallway at once.
I would send Thistle first and I would go last.
And then I'll, with like just nod, message, and I'm back in.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to Mr. Moss and be like, I've asked them to be subtle on their approach so they might trickle in.
Don't worry. No one can enter who I don't want.
Right. Makes sense.
And you see there's now 2 more chairs and a love seat laid across.
That's so cool.
A fairly large wingback chair near a hearth at the kind of edge of this library.
We can wait, but to preface, we're just... And then I'll just kind of fill him in as we wait for people to kind of trickle in. I'll just fill him in of like, we are trying to get to Yorin. That's the... Just so that we don't have to have that conversation person. And then...
As everyone files in, you all, if you take off your coats, you get taken by these sort of ghostly servants, and you get led into this beautiful library.
I think Shy is struck with how much opulence, like the sheer magnitude of the places that she's been walking into, just like more opulence after more opulence, and it's just like over and over, just like, oh, like never touched that much wealth, not even close to it.
I think it's something that strikes shy to Esper. I don't know if it also strikes shy, but like Esper connects to like this wealth, criminal, this wealth. Like I don't think Esper's ever encountered that connection. Because
like Shy would clock though, like this much wealth, money, power, and
but
probably
also
not
crime.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Oh my.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, sorry. That was a natural one on persuasion. It's an incredible place you've got here. Just took me away. Literally took my breath away. But yeah, we'd heard rumors about someone who could help people. And again, I hope you forgive any impudence of. We've been working with Eki, and I hope we didn't skip any avenues.
As I said, your digits intrigued me, and
of course,
your traveling companion. He looks over at you, Thistle.
Yes.
I can't say I've ever met anyone such as yourself, and I've met quite a few people.
Well, I'm very pleased that to meet you. I've heard very, very little, actually.
My name is Decius Moss.
Decius.
Your name?
Thistle Longbranch.
He introduces himself to all of you.
People call me Shy. Nice to meet you.
I don't see many such as yourself either. A rare sight.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yourself.
Valentine would drop their old man form, turning into themselves again. Valentine, I love your work.
I love yours.
Thank you.
It was a beautiful story you told.
Well, not one that will be held in these walls, but it's nice to hear. Thank you.
Mark Dwyler, so thrilled to be here. You can't imagine. It's thrilling. Just great. Absolutely stoked. Love it.
While they were all making introductions, could I have tried to make a surreptitious, I think perception, because I'm not like investigating. I want to look for the hourglass symbol.
Okay, make a perception check.
That's is that a natty 20?
Heyo.
That is a natural 20 or 24 because of my proficiency.
Dice tell a story.
You see up a ways on one of the bookshelves, there is a single book that you can see on the spine has that symbol.
I think Esper would hesitate for long enough that it would be noticeable. I'm sorry.
Everything all right?
Old habits. You lie about your name for so long that it's hard not to. But I don't think I should lie to you. My name is Esper Declan. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
I would ask one additional favour, is if I could look at one of your books at some point.
These, my apologies, these are decorative. This whole place was created from my mind. It's a representation of my collected knowledge.
I see.
But which book were you looking at?
With respect, I hope you understand. I don't want to show too much of my hand too early on in the game.
but I appreciate.
I have a feeling I might have some inkling based on your hand.
Esper I would go like white.
Right.
I have met many people from many walks of life and death. I don't trade in such magics as a matter of principle.
It's good to know. No friend of the Veil.
No. A keen interest in their history.
Well, I'm a part of that, so perhaps once we've sorted something out, we can equivalent exchange.
I would like that.
As would I.
Now, for the immediate matter, you mentioned wanting to travel to Yorin.
Yes.
We need to get to Yorin as quickly
I do have a teleportation circle in Yorin.
Oh, that is wonderful.
I know Yorin like the back of my hand. So if there is a way or a means by which we are able to get into Yorin, I can do my best to assure that your circle is not found.
Oh, it is quite well hidden. Discretion is my tradecraft.
I can imagine so.
Which is... Our goals in Yorin are subtle.
Good. Good.
I don't wish to cause any more strife in that city than there already is.
That would be hard. Any business dealing we may have, I would like some assurance of discretion.
Of course.
My reputation tends to precede me, and I like it that way.
Your name would never come out of my mouth.
What assurances do you generally get from new associates?
Well, it's understood that if you were to turn me over to certain authorities or try to find me for some nefarious reason, I would exact a payment.
As is only fair.
You can think of us as Rolling Stones.
Oh, that's fucking clever.
He tells good stories.
Now, of course, my services do come with a fee. Judging by your... the fact that I am somewhat unfamiliar with you all, I take it that money is tight. I mean no offense by this.
No, of course. At this moment, our funds are...
limited.
Non-tangible.
I understand.
But we are willing to trade services. Within reason, of course.
Well, I have something that I need. There was a... much of my work deals with items of the magical variety. I have great pride in my collection. There was someone who I had to deal with, and they were separated from the item that was supposed to come into my possession. He was on his way here to meet with me when he tripped and found himself in a game of dice.
I see.
And had been separated from all of his earthly possessions. He has since returned to his homeland, but I do not have the item.
Do you mind if I ask who tripped?
That isn't important.
You sure?
Yes.
Did you trip in the city, or did you trip in Yorin?
He tripped in Yorin.
What a fool.
Absolutely.
What fortuitous circumstance. And hopefully, you've heard that as recent history might say, we are experienced in retrieving needed items that have gone missing in curious ways.
I did hear about that.
We're sure-footed.
Very.
Fuck, mate. Yes.
So you see the item is out of my grasp, and I would like it by any means necessary.
Do you know of any folks nearby who were there when he tripped?
I know he was in deep with one of the clans.
The outside?
Yes.
Well, the fortune stacks once more.
The thing that we are looking to retrieve from Yorin is also in the hands of the outside at the moment.
Interesting.
What's your thing? Like, what are we actually looking for?
Ah, a pen.
Perfect.
Great.
And do you believe they know of the special nature of this item?
Almost certainly not.
So, okay. And then, all right.
You said this is a construct of your mind, yes?
Yes.
Could you show us?
Of course. You watch as they flick over, and a book lands in his hand, and he pulls out tiny spectacles, and he starts to trace with his finger. And you see the color kind of come alive, a beautiful gold, a golden pen with a fountain tip.
I don't mean to be rude. I would like to have a private word with Shy, as it is pertinent to information that is not for me to share. Would it be all right if we stepped out for a moment?
I would suggest you step outside.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what establishment he tripped in?
No, I do not.
Okie doke.
I know the ones that are linked to the outside.
Pull Shy out of the room just quickly.
I had a interesting idea.
Okay.
This is a man who... he collects both knowledge and items, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
This is a man who attempted to attend the college your brother seeks education at, and left. I get a sense this is a man who is honorable.
What if he's Adri's patron?
Exactly. What if we get him a patron? This is a man who could look after him financially. I did not want to bring it up because it is not mine to suggest, but this is a man who would want to gain access to what the college knows.
But would need it to be in a way that I wouldn't leverage Adri. I'm not leveraging him.
No, I'm not asking you to leverage him. This is purely out of the potential benefit this could serve him. Let's. This is a man who has done very well for himself and can do what your brother can do. We don't have to decide this now. We can get him out first. But it is something worth keeping in mind, and it might be an incentive for him to help us.
I wonder.
I bet he knows who your mother is.
I'm willing to show my hand with my ties to her, if that gets him piqued. But
We don't have to make an offer today.
I just think that I also want Adri to be able to choose. There is so much of his life that he has not been able to choose.
I agree completely. I'm not meaning to take his agency in this. I purely mean something about this man. I get the sense that he deals in maybe things that are not quite kosher, but I get the sense that he follows a certain code. He decided that code, but I think he is firm to it.
I suppose. I mean, when I went inside with Mark at the Vaytoma, they told me I wouldn't be able to know who the patron is, and
it could
either the devil you don't and the devil you don't.
Exactly. is worth keeping in mind.
That's a very good point. Thank you for saying so. And yeah, I'm happy to tip my hand with him with me.
Well, if he knows the connection, he can come to the idea himself.
I haven't said that it was a person we're
Oh, I
going
know,
to.
but I mean, if you say, like, oh, I'm getting my brother, and,
Yeah,
you know, then he's,
okay.
oh, maybe I want him for myself.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Step back and say.
It's a really good pen. I see why you want it back.
It's a lovely pen.
Yes, it's quite special.
If you don't mind, my hood would have kind of been half on at this point. I would kind of pull it down and back. You said you're dealing information.
I do.
As part of this, do you know who Marlorie Shadair is?
The name rings a bell.
Well, I haven't seen her since I was 9.
Does she go by the Witch of the Shallow Moontide?
Yeah.
I know her very well.
Have you seen her?
Not for some time.
When?
This would have been 2 years ago. Her and I saw eye to eye on many things. She left here.
She was here in Taywin?
She was teaching at the Vetoma.
And they didn't say anything.
She did not leave on good terms.
Shy sits down. I'm sorry, sir. She left me and my brother and my father with nothing but a word. Nothing.
I'm so sorry.
It's not. I appreciate it, but it is not you that I have the issue with. I'm gonna lay it on the table because this feels important now. And I feel like we are in a place where secrets are traded. I am retrieving my brother from Yorin. He has the same magic she does.
Ah. That is interesting.
And I'll stop at nothing to protect him.
Is he aware of his ability?
He is untrained. I haven't seen him in 2 years, but he's been practicing and working, and it was always my mother's wish to get him to the Vetoma so that he would be safe and trained. And I am not magic myself, but that became the goal of our family. I haven't seen him cast magic like she did, but there is times where a look would cross his face that I've sworn I've seen hundreds of times. She left when he was 1. He wouldn't remember her.
Right. When did he start to demonstrate his abilities?
He was 4. We were playing at the beach, and he was throwing clams and cockles at me. And I threw a big one at him, and it was about to hit him, and he pushed the water up and stopped it. And then there was another time where I caught him up late. He must have been like maybe 5 or 6, staying up way past his bedtime. There was, our house was small. And the moonlight was coming through the window. And I went in to chide him and tell him to go to bed, but I watched him move it. It was beaming through the window, and it was like he touched it and moved it. I don't think he knew what he was doing. But the only thing magic she ever left me with were these.
You said something earlier. You said you had no magic.
None of my own, sir, no.
Everyone is capable of magic. That is something your mother and I very much agreed on. It's the reason she left the Vetoma. They only train those with inborn magic, as they call it.
Right.
Everyone can touch the arcane.
They must have just passed me by then.
No. Can you breathe fog?
Yeah, but most Triton can.
How is that any different than me casting a spell? Magic comes in all forms. And it is only the powerful who seek to segregate it, who seek to take it away, hold it for their own. Don't let anyone ever tell you you're not magic.
Thank you. So you understand then
I do.
why it is imperative that I get him out.
Yes.
He's been held by the Eye of Sign for the last 2 years.
Time is of the essence.
It is. I've secured a spot for him at the Vetoma. Mark helped me negotiate a spot for him.
Dalkirk.
Very well. When you retrieve him, I would like to meet him.
Of course. And, if you hear from my mother, you tell her there's a note on the table at our house in Kishawari that she needs to read.
I will.
Thank you. You see Shy just like, it is almost just like it was an information overload, and she just kind of curls in on herself.
Thistle would come over and place a hand on her shoulder, and he almost always has sort of like a woody, sort of peat mossy kind of smell to him. But in this moment, you smell sort of like something a little bit sweeter. There's almost like a lavender sort of like scent that kind of comes off of him, and it's just sort of like a I don't know if you ever smelled like a lavender field in the sun, where you can almost smell the sun. It's that sort of like calming sort of effect that sort of just comes off of him as he puts his hand on your shoulder.
We can go at your convenience to retrieve your item. I would ask an additional favor, if you don't mind.
Of course.
By your reaction to me and my friends here, I've made a splash here in Taywin, it seems, if you've heard of me already. And I understand you trade in knowledge. And that you don't trade with certain people who would be attracted to that splash. Perhaps the splash was made in Klanjara, not here.
Understood.
I appreciate you.
I would ask how, once we are there, what is the best way to return? I understand you can get us there, and none of us have the ability to bring us back.
Do any of you have the ability to send messages at a distance?
No.
No, I do not.
Wait.
Can I? That's a good question.
Clerics, wizards, bards.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Only if I can see you.
Sorry.
Very well. I will do up a scroll for you.
Thank you.
Contact me when you're ready to leave.
Will there be space for one more?
Of course.
It doesn't say.
Be sending, right?
No, telepathic message with my token. I don't know what the range on that is. It
doesn't last. It only lasts.
True, it
That's a good
goes
point.
at the end of the day. Yep.
Yeah, I don't have.
There isn't necessarily a rush on the way back.
What do you mean?
We're trying to get in the city fast and quiet. We get what we need. We leave in the more conventional way.
All I'm saying is if we need to make an escape quickly, it is better than being caught without the ability.
I agree.
You'll be followed.
Agree.
I will have a scroll done up.
Thank you.
You may contact me if you need a quick exit. I will do my best. You'll need to get back to where the circle is.
Is there
I will meet you there.
is there other payment you would like us to make to you for this?
No. You have given me quite a bit already.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
I know it's useless because my insight is shit, and this guy's
I
rolling in it.
Would I also be able to make one? I would normally make the help action, but I feel like doing the help action in front of this dude would be very unsurreptitious.
You
So
should, yeah, and you.
would I also be able to make one?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's gonna be a 10.
I am just going to blindly trust him because I feel like Thistle
I don't
really
know
likes
you
him.
do 3 rolls, but on insight, like, can I also? I'm proficient in it.
Sure,
I
sure.
just- Mark hasn't said a lot. He's just been doing a lot of listening, and I feel like that's a 7. So fuck it. 11.
Thistle's. I'm not going to roll for him.
24. Seems genuine.
I like him.
And he looks at you, he goes, the pen is very valuable to me.
I understand.
Is there, when I was in Yorin, I often was doing a lot of running. Is there anything, that we should know about transporting this thing? Like, don't press the cap, or don't put the lid on, or don't point it at a certain person otherwise.
I would advise you against trying to write with it.
Understood.
Understood.
There's a way of doing things of this nature, actually in Yorin, that I tried to do with Eki and he got a little freaked out, and I don't know how you want to see all this.
What do you mean?
I'll look at my hand that has like just a bunch of like very repetitive scars. Well, actually, it would be this hand because it's the shaking hand.
I would like to talk to you about your journey at some point.
Of course.
But I think time is of the essence for you.
Great, so no sealing needed.
Hmm?
No sealing needed.
I'm basically talking about the blood
No.
pact thing.
No, that's quite all right.
Yep.
I have 2 small questions.
Of course.
Well, one of them are sort of a request. Could I see the original owner of the pen? Can I see his face for a second? Was that too much?
I only corresponded with him over letters.
Unfortunate. Then in that case, why don't we write with the pen?
I don't know how to put this lightly, and I don't want to offend any of you.
Is it above our pay grade?
Maybe above your intellect.
Understand.
Understood.
And I truly mean no offense by
Oh,
that.
let me
I
just
spent
double check.
It's for sure above my intelligence.
quite a bit of time studying and
Oh yeah, for sure.
fortifying my mind.
I understand.
Sure. Then only a tiny bit of offense.
It's bound to happen. We thank you.
We'll, perhaps a night's rest and then we go in the morning.
If there's any other business you need to attend to in the city.
I'm ready to leave now.
I am also. I mean, I must get Sprig. I didn't bring him to this meeting, but
You can rest on the other side of the teleportation circle.
I think that's best.
I go and
Might be a
open.
bit cramped, but
I go and open the door, and Sprig swoops in.
Now I am ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check the distance on it.
Do we hold hands?
Just in
But
case.
it's a day. We don't have a.
But just in case.
He's
like,
got a scroll for us from with messages.
Sure.
Okay.
yeah, he is like
Forget about it.
like you see at his desk.
Leave him walkie
Don't
There
offer
is-
this 20th level wizard a fucking level 1 cantrip.
There is a pen writing out a scroll while this conversation is happening.
yes.
He rolls it up.
I love it.
If you don't follow me,
crime wizard, dude.
Crime wizards.
I'll take you to the circle. And you watch as he heads out.
He was at the Vitoma when he left.
He starts to head out of the door, and as he heads out, you all feel this sort of like shrinking, and you all sort of get pushed out into the hallway behind him as he continues on. And he leads you out of the haystack, takes you through the city, and it's dark now. It's into the night.
As we walk, I'm gonna be like, just out of curiosity, do you know anything about Needles and his men?
You know the natural 20? Because I've never heard that name in my life.
Great.
And he continues on. And he takes you around a corner, and you see he taps on the wall with his cane as he continues on. The alleyway it begins to dip down, like as if there's like a decline. And you see the rest of the street. There's like doors and things like that seem perfectly level, and you just dip below.
Oh, so
and
cool.
as you like,
I'm thinking of like those chalk optical illusions where they like draw it
Yeah.
to look weird. Yeah. That's
It
so
is-
go
sick.
down.
It is bonkers to be a level 4 character dealing with the power that our previous characters have. It's such a mind trip.
As you turn around a corner, it opens up into this large underground cistern. You can see these large archways, and you can hear the kind of rain, like the water draining out into what almost looks like a sewer system. But there's walkways on either side. You can see it empties out into the harbor. And again, he turns another corner, and you see he taps on the wall as the brick starts to pull away. And through another passageway, and you start to see doors on either side. There's many, many doors. And finally he comes to one, and you see he taps on it, and it opens up. Right this way.
I follow it.
And it's an empty room, just a stone. It's about 15 by 15.
Is this Yorin?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You'll feel it.
Yeah, that's very true.
As you
yes.
all come in,
I'll
you see
smell
he
it,
waves
too.
his hand, and the door turns to stone, and you're now in a completely sealed room. And you see he takes his cane, and he traces out on the ground, and you see these, the cobblestones rise up in a circle. If you would join me, he steps inside the circle.
Do we have to hold hands for this one? This is me, Emma.
You can hold hands if you like.
But we don't have to?
No.
Mark.
Yeah, all right.
And you see he takes his cane and he rubs it down the front and taps twice. And you feel this sort of sinking feeling as the stones shift up around you and envelop you, and then pull back down, and you find yourself in a dirt cellar. And that is where we're going to end it.
As soon as Thistle lands, you'll be like,
Oh, I forgot the paperwork.
Oh my goodness.
That's where we're going to end it tonight.
We can't just 8 more hours?
Does he know Kale?
No, he knows. I was just saying to
You probably
him.
knew Adonis.
Oh.
No, he's not old enough. No, he probably doesn't. He might know Kale.
And Kale lives forever.
I feel like there would be so much about Blackwater in those books.
I keep trying to think about a pen that we came across in our
No,
first
we
campaign.
haven't come across any. I would remember. There's no pens.
I don't know. It might not have been magical when we knew it.
Yeah, that's so true.
It might be magical. Letters started a war.
Letters started this
started
problematic
the war.
Letters started a lot of things. He probably
Writing trade empire.
funded some fucking pen company. Who can fucking say?
The
the bureaucrat that Finnan accidentally killed. His family's come back and made a powerful
Spigot.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will be back next week with our 3-year stream anniversary.
3 years. So bleak.
3 years that we have been doing this thing from Zoom.
That middleman.
From Zoom boxes to here, we have some very fun things planned for next session. And stick around for the raid after this and type !sponsor in the chat to go follow the link over to Beth the Bard's Kickstarter for Daughter of Frankenstein. Please go back this project, otherwise Yanis is going to have to leave the group.
Whoa. It was my choice, and now you're saying I feel like the agency's been taken from me.
Well, that's what we did. That's what we did over the break. Well, you got snacks. We can talk.
And we decided to raise the stake. So we are going to put your thumbs up. When you think that you have one, okay, go ahead.
You think you have one.
You think you have one, go ahead.
When you think you're going to speak.
When you're looking for a job, make sure you fill out all the correct paperwork.
Yes, and
be safe.
Good night, everyone. We love